Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 76 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool blazer, Ramon.
On the other side, as always. And together we form.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out, homie. And if you didn't notice, or you folks on just listening to the audio version, we have a special guest today.
We do.
Danny. My brother Danny.
Yep.
He doesn't have a full name. He's not tattoo artist Danny Nandez. Danny Hernandez. He's just my brother Danny.
He's just Danny.
Your brother Danny.
I told him that shit. I was like, yo, when we blow up and everybody knows who I am, everybody's just going to know Danny is my brother Danny.
Yeah, I told you that, but yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. He did tell me that.
Get it
He
right.
would point
Get
that
it
shit
right.
out. My bad.
He said it.
So, yeah, he's just going to
Give
be
him
my
the
brother
credit.
Danny. That's going to be his actual
Brother
name.
Danny.
My brother Danny.
My brother Danny.
I fucks with it.
I fucks with it.
He's gonna introduce himself to people. Like, what's up, man? I'm my brother Danny.
My brother. I'm Walk's brother Danny. They'd be like, who the fuck is Walk?
Yeah, who
We
the
don't
fuck
know
is
Walk.
Walk?
My brother.
Oh, okay. That's
Like,
fair.
you're fucking stupid.
Right? I just told you.
I just told
Walk's
you.
brother is my brother.
It's my brother.
People would be so fucking confused. Yo,
I am.
If we all make it to Comic-Con, that's exactly what we have to go through. We gotta make that a whole thing.
I'm with it.
Those passes about to come through.
He's just gonna introduce himself as, yeah, I'm Walk's brother Danny. Who the fuck is Walk? I told you, it's my fucking brother.
Word.
It's gonna be a good time.
For sure.
Yo, chug that beer. I need you to be Insensitive Culture proper.
Nah. I listened to that last time I was out here. I cringed.
You're the only one that cringed. Nobody else cringed.
No one else gave a fuck. Everyone else laughed.
They're like, oh man, why isn't everyone else as crunk as Danny? Like, they called me a bitch because I wasn't slurring my shit, so don't even worry, son.
That's because I was sitting next to Jerry. You just feeding me Patron all night.
Jerry
Yeah,
was
he
the
had
catalyst for that.
2 bottles.
That was a rough.
One was flavored.
Rough
It was like
day.
orange.
It was an
Something.
orange
Was
one.
it
Yeah.
orange?
That was pretty good, actually.
That was delicious.
There was
dude.
an
That
orange one. I don't
There
remember.
was
that.
an orange one, yeah.
Yeah.
It went pretty quick.
They both went pretty quick.
I don't recall. I just remember.
One of them, Johnny polished off.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that there was one big
That
bottle of
didn't happen.
Patron and one small bottle of Patron, and that's pretty much what I remember from there. Johnny wearing a fucking mask.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He had to be respectful.
Masked
Joyce.
up.
Yep. I got you. We never.
We don't want Chica getting sick.
Nah.
Right.
Dog COVID. That's
Mask.
the thing.
Mask definitely didn't come off multiple times when he was taking shots and
Nah.
drinks.
Nah.
No,
Osmosis.
no.
Osmosis
It
right
never
through the
happened.
mask.
That doesn't count. The alcohol kills
The alcohol
it in
kill.
the air.
Yeah, there you go. That's smart.
There was a
Like
lot of
Lysol.
alcohol in the air that day.
There
It was
was.
great. But Danny, I haven't
And my liver,
heard.
too.
I haven't heard the end of it. Danny's just every single time he's like, "Yo, I know how you feel. I didn't really promote it, but it's because I was like
I was
really drunk."
just too sloppy.
I was like, I got to think about my clientele.
Like, yo, do I want this dude tattooing me? Real
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I got to think
pretty.
about my
It's
career.
pretty wild.
But that was a great episode. That was a good
right
slur.
before
slur,
Thanksgiving,
Danny.
right? That was our pre-Thanksgiving
It
episode.
was,
Yeah.
I didn't even get to
Yeah.
enjoy Thanksgiving. The whole reason why I came
Oh,
here.
that's
yeah, I
right.
was so hungover, I didn't even eat.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I had to eat.
Wait, Johnny,
leftover
weren't you fucked
Thanksgiving.
up too?
I think I was, yeah.
You did tell me that.
Yeah, you
But it
had
was
a bad Thanksgiving.
It was like a
dude.
COVID Thanksgiving, so I mean, I was like outside anyway. But yeah, you're right. I was fucking hungover.
Mhm.
I remember you telling me it was just like, yeah, it didn't matter because I was sitting
throwing up.
outside with
Yeah,
my
yeah.
girl.
I
It
was
was
sitting
cold
outside.
outside. and
That's right. That's right.
Crazy ass COVID Thanksgiving.
Trying
Well,
not to yonk.
guys, this year
Right.
we're gonna have a regular Thanksgiving. It's gonna be fucking bomb.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I know I'm gonna have a right Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Down
he's in-
Florida.
Well, you live in
in Florida,
Florida, so yeah,
Yeah.
you can fucking just
you
have
know
a
what?
naked Thanksgiving.
never
It's
even
not
had
even a
COVID
regular
down there.
Thanksgiving down there because the weather's too warm for it's just like,
I feel you.
yeah,
I mean,
like,
that's not a.
I want fall weather.
Yeah.
I hate
see
when
people outside
like
doing
Christmas.
barbecue.
I don't
for
want to
Thanksgiving.
celebrate. I don't want to celebrate Christmas in the warm weather like
Yeah.
that. I need snow, or at least need it to be cold. Like it doesn't even need to be white, like a white Christmas, but like I need cold weather at Christmas, or else it would feel. I've never been anywhere warm during Christmas. Like it would be very weird to me.
I've never
Me
done
neither.
it. However, I think I would just be like, "Oh, this is kind of cool.
Nah,
It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
just
I
that
don't want
one
to be
day.
cold."
Just
I've
that
been-
one day.
I lived in Florida for a little bit, and so I've been there like leading up to Christmas. And like leading up to Christmas, it didn't feel like that same.
No,
Like
no,
obviously
that-
you're
that
still
holiday
going out
feel.
and you're still like shopping and shit. But
You
it
see
just didn't
Christmas
have the same
commercials.
vibe. And
Right.
then like
Yeah.
once I left and I came back up to Rock to visit family and shit, then I was like, oh, this feels like Christmas now, you know?
Mhm.
And it really
Yeah.
was just a couple snowflakes or whatever, even though that shit sucks.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously you're gonna enjoy it wherever you are. You know what I mean? You're still gonna have a good
Yeah.
time.
I'm having
But I think in
Christmas
the back of
drinks.
your head, you're gonna have like those little memories and be like, it's not the same.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I guess for me, it's like my mom doesn't do the holidays anymore. So what I remember, like the holidays and Christmas and like everybody getting together and certain foods
Benny.
that
Yeah.
I really love. Well, yeah, but panila and all that shit is like, but yeah, Dave.
What-
we were
what
just
he got?
talking about that
Johnny's
shit
gonna walk
earlier.
out.
too.
Don't tell him.
Macaroni
Don't tell him
salad
about
and
that.
hokong
But there's like a specific memory that I have when it came to the holidays, and I don't even get that anymore because my mother doesn't host them anymore. So it's because of that. It's like I go to different places, and either they're not Hispanic, so it's automatically not the same type of holiday.
Green bean
Right.
casserole.
No, fuck that. I've never had it. I don't think I ever will.
No, it's fire.
Don't
It's
knock
fire.
it till you try
It's
it, bro.
fire.
I
though.
mean,
yeah, no, it's
Pretty
bomb.
fire.
I don't know. I
Never
don't
had
know.
either, but you know.
It just doesn't look appetizing to me. But who knows? I'll try it just because it's green bean casserole, and I've heard so much about it. But even to this point, I've never had like what is it? The cranberry sauce or
Cranberry
anything?
sauce. Yeah.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never
that's
had
nasty.
any shit like that.
Yeah, that's
made that.
gross. Especially the canned one where it looks like the can.
Oh yeah,
Just like a slop.
Yeah, it just slides out, dude.
Yeah,
like
it's gross.
dog
that's
food.
the one
Yeah.
my dad loves. You just
Yeah, see?
slice it. It's like, oh, that's gross, bro. They look like beets.
Yeah, like beets,
man.
dude. That's so gross.
But that's my point. Like
Gross.
I don't already that the traditional holidays. So it's like that's what I remember. I could care less about fucking cold weather and all of that. Like I've had enough. Maybe after like I have one without it,
Right.
then maybe I'll come back and be like,
I'm guessing
Alright,
we
I
should
kinda
all
missed
try
that.
it once.
Kinda
I've never
missed
done.
that.
I mean, I've just never done it. So
yeah.
It's
I'll go to
overrated.
Hawaii for some Christmas and
It's
just
overrated.
kick it.
Just stay in cold weather. You'd be fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
What were you saying, Dave?
I said
Hawaii,
I
though,
would
that's
go, I would go
different.
somewhere fire, like warm, like
Yeah, it would have
Aruba or
to be.
Hawaii or something.
Yeah,
and
it'd
then
have to
sound
be
like,
some shit
that'd
like
be
that.
dope there. But like even after that, like after a year, you'd be like, shit, I miss Christmas time. Like Johnny said, without the cold weather where you're shopping for presents and shit, like it would feel weird to me
Yeah,
just thinking about it.
it would. It would. After the first time I'd be excited as a motherfucker.
I spent Thanksgiving. I
Be
spent
real,
Thanksgiving
exactly.
somewhere else. I was actually in Aruba for Thanksgiving when I was a kid, and I didn't give a shit. I was so happy to be where I was, dude.
Was that
like,
the Brittany Drexel story?
yes, that
Oh,
is
okay,
where
cool.
I abducted her.
Cool.
Yep.
8-year-old.
As a 4-year-old,
8-year-old, yeah.
I was like, no, I was 6th grade, so I was 11. I could have,
Yeah, okay.
I could have abducted a girl. You,
couldn't
don't know.
have- you couldn't
you
even
never know.
You couldn't even coerce a girl to.
Yeah, no, I couldn't even talk her back to the room. She'd be like, "Nah, I'm good. You just do your thing.
Take
Like,
your 11-year-old.
Go
your
get a
11-year-old dick
Shirley
somewhere else.
Temple and take my dick somewhere else." Yeah, that's pretty much. That's how it went. That's how it went in Aruba. Thanks for rehashing that.
Dave, you could have saved a life that day if you had better game. Yep. Anyway,
I'm sorry, Brittany.
all right, let's move on.
She can't. How do you know that, Danny? That sounded very sus. That was mad sus.
Bro, I was
She
like
can't
7.
Yeah.
The two of us together, though, we could have carried a young girl.
That's very
for
true.
sure.
I was a big kid.
I was pretty chunky. I was a lineman when I played football when I was a
No.
kid. You know?
If you were a lineman, Danny was definitely minute.
I was the full line.
Have you seen the new? Have you seen the new trailer for Ghostbusters?
Yes.
Danny is the little miniature Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh shit!
Those are adorable, though.
He was adorable.
He was.
But he was definitely round.
I was chunky. Though.
I mean, puberty. That's what boys do. All boys get chunky.
Exactly.
Yeah. He just grew. He just shot up.
Yep.
I just shot out.
Oh man. So, interesting questions we have. Might as well jump into some questions.
Ooh,
I didn't really prep anybody, and I didn't even prep myself. So let's see how this goes.
These
All
are
right.
raw questions.
So
Raw doggy.
yeah, what movies would you like to see a sequel to?
Oh.
We
Yeah,
did
'cause
we did a
there's-
similar one where it was an
Similar?
R-rated sequel, didn't we? Didn't we which movie
Oh
would
yeah,
you see
yeah,
an
yeah.
R-rated
But
sequel?
like a R-rated remake. I think we talked about. Yeah, like which movie would
Yeah.
you rather
Yeah,
see?
it was
similar.
an R-rated remake.
Yeah, you had said Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs.
You want to see the
Doubtfire, yeah, dude.
R-rated?
the R-rated Mrs. Doubtfire.
That trailer
cut.
was
Absolutely
crazy.
Oh, the
Yeah.
one where
Scary.
she. Yeah, it was scary.
Dramatic as fuck.
To answer the question though, Shawshank Redemption. I want to know what happened after
Yeah,
they
that's
met on
true.
that beach.
That's a very good one.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Very, very good one.
To know exactly what happened afterward.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those movies too that just ends and you wish. So in that same, because of that same thing, I mean, if we're gonna, I don't know how exciting it would be, but I would like to see what happened in Inception after he after he gets home, and he goes through that. Does he, not necessarily like, is that real or not, but does he just live that happily ever after life that he swears he's gonna live once he gets home?
Interstellar.
Or does there's a lot of movies that I say this, right? And these are just movies where I would love to know what happens afterward.
Yeah. They not
But I am
necessarily wouldn't
not-
make a great sequel though. Just 'cause
I
we
am
want
not
to
a
know.
fan. Like, these are movies where once it passes like a certain window and you didn't imagine a sequel to go with it, leave that shit the fuck alone. Some movies are great by themselves.
What did
so
we say
I'm-
that window was? We talked about this. If they don't release a sequel within X amount of years,
5
'cause
years?
Yeah,
Five-
I
I
feel
years,
like
I
that
think
was
is
what
good.
we.
I think 5 years. Yeah.
Because it just becomes weird, like the Anchorman 2 sequel, like
Coming to America.
heartbreaking.
Yeah,
Yeah, coming to
horrible.
America.
Wasn't
Even
needed.
honestly, that wasn't needed, but it wasn't as terrible as I was expecting, like an Anchorman 2 fiasco, and I thought that was better than Anchorman 2 for sure. Like I enjoyed it more so than Anchorman 2.
I will agree with that, although that doesn't say that it's an amazing movie.
No, that's not a high bar by
All
any
right,
means.
I'm just saying.
But as far as like unwanted sequels go, it was pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed it. There was a lot of callbacks. It was fun. It wasn't
the worst.
cringy.
Definitely
It wasn't
the worst,
cringy.
though.
It was just like, oh, I get what they're doing there. Like I saw what they were doing.
The one thing that I did not like is he didn't come back to America. I mean, he did for like a split. He did
though.
for like a split second, and just to go grab the dude and bring him
The
back. But I was
majority
just
of it
like,
was in
He learned the first time. He went back to
Zamunda, though.
Zamunda. Like,
staying
I
out
didn't
of
even think
America.
about that.
I didn't
either.
they were at Rick Ross's house the whole time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Was that
Yeah,
where they
were-
filmed it? Was that
Technically,
legit?
they were in
Yeah?
America the whole time. You're right.
Where does he
Yeah.
live? Is it Florida?
Atlanta.
Was
Georgia.
that an Atlanta house?
Yeah, 'cause I think he bought it from Evander Holyfield.
I don't know. I know it's a fucking palace. It looks like a fucking
Vander
palace. So
getting that.
It's ridiculous.
he rented the house out for them to make that movie.
That's some baller shit.
That's some real baller
for
shit.
sure.
I feel you on that. Any thoughts, Johnny? Since this was your question, figured you might have one
he's
on
gotta
deck.
have one on deck.
He's
No,
like,
I have
"Nope."
nothing on deck.
No.
It's kind of tough because we don't see many movies where they haven't already ruined with a sequel or doesn't automatically like just have its own
So
sequel.
it has to be a movie that came out within the last 5 years.
No.
No.
That was the window we were talking about. Like if
For
you
good
if you
sequels.
made a movie within 5 years is the time frame where you can
Right, so
come out
if
with
I
a sequel.
call a movie that's older than
No,
5
no, no,
years,
no, no.
then it's gonna be a shitty sequel,
It's just
right?
it's just whatever. I mean, probably, but that's not the point. We
Yeah.
just want to know what Johnny wants to see more of.
Yeah, what would you like to see a sequel of?
I would see a sequel of like True Lies.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a really good one. Fuck.
True Lies would be a dope ass sequel.
Because they were all into it. They would have been spies together in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They would have
that's
done
a
some wild
fuck.
shit.
You didn't
It
think
would've
about
been-
that
it
at
would've
all ahead
been-
of time?
It would have been a little more, slightly more campy.
Yeah.
Just
See, but that's
they're already in on it, and now
Mhm.
they're gonna play off of that whole thing. But I think it would have been chill. Lots of action, or maybe way more action.
Yeah.
Depends on whoever directed it and what direction they want to take it. But yeah, that would be
See,
dope.
I love when they take it in a serious tone, like when they take it real serious, like we're gonna do this and we're gonna like make it dope. The problem now is, and I think back like with True Lies, if they released one back then, it would have probably been a
Right.
good sequel, a decent sequel.
That's what I'm saying.
to where we would have been like
Like, I
it
don't
would have been
wanna
a
see them
tiny bit.
today.
No,
Right.
First of all, it would be a remake because no one wants to see Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis reprising those roles.
I mean, I would 100%
today.
see that. Would you
Yeah,
be down
I
with
wouldn't
that?
mind,
No, 100%. I would be into that,
Yeah?
dude. If that released, I would
No.
want to. I mean, I probably wouldn't go to the
would see it.
theater,
Of course, I would see it. What don't
but
we
I would be
see
stoked.
nowadays? But
I would be pumped for it. Is what I'm saying. I would
I
be
don't know.
excited.
I would.
I would
not.
be excited.
pumped. I would
I'd be
have
more-
low expectations.
That's okay.
I would
That
have
means it would be dope
extremely.
because we would all have low expectations for it and be like, "Damn, that was actually pretty tight," because we
True.
thought it was going to be a shithole.
I'd have
would
extremely
have to
low
be like a-
expectations.
Direct to Netflix movie.
I mean, everything gets streamed directly these days.
Nah, but like straight to Netflix. Like no chance of being in the theater.
Oh, that's okay.
No double release.
Those can be dope too, dude.
Like
Army of the Dead.
The
Army of the Dead just did the
Extraction.
same shit. Extraction was fire. You're not making a great. I don't know what kind of point you're trying to make here, Johnny.
I'm
But
saying it was good, but
But it was.
a Netflix
I mean, for
movie.
direct to Netflix
It was.
movies,
It was a
dude.
stream. It was a stream.
It was
good.
stream quality. If that shit would have
Yeah.
came out in the theater, you wouldn't be like, that shit was fire. I don't think so.
I'd be most excited for Tom Arnold. Not gonna lie. I'd be like, yo, Tom Arnold's back on it.
Yeah, you'd have to have time.
Would they bring him back?
Eliza Dushku? Is she? What is she doing these
that's
days?
right.
Would she
That's
be able
right.
to?
Yeah.
She used to
Come
be
back.
bad. She still looks bad.
Oh,
my
she's
boy
got to
Bill
still
Paxton.
be bad. I don't
All
know.
right,
Oh, R.I.P.
damn
Bill
it.
Paxton. Who's gonna piss their pants now? So that was always my favorite part as a kid, dude.
What were you? You were gonna say something, Danny? Did you? Did I mess that up?
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say.
Elijah Dushku. Fuck. Yeah, she's still pretty fucking hot.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
still bad.
Yeah. She's just yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know when that was from, but
She can get it.
She get it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Man, she hasn't been in anything in a while.
No,
I haven't heard
probably
that
some
name.
Tom
before.
Arnold.
She's
Yeah.
the voice of
movies.
She-Hulk.
Oh, like in the cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in anything in a long time.
Yeah, no.
Oh, she was in Banshee, one of those
Oh,
Cinemax
with
shows that nobody
that's
watched.
with I'm gonna watch that very
Yeah?
soon. Yes, I'm gonna start that. I made a pact to start that because of fucking what's his
Why?
face, dude, Homelander. That's Anthony Starr, dude.
That's your boy right there.
Yeah, it's my homie.
Oh,
He's in
word?
that?
And I've heard all good things, and I mean, of course, he's
I
saying
have
good
too,
things
but I
about
started
it.
it and I wasn't too impressed.
For real,
This,
he's
but
like
this
an
was
ex-con
way back
that's
in
like
the day,
showing
like
up
when
as
it
a
first
sheriff
came
or
out.
something.
Something
Like
like
before,
that, yeah.
before the boys. Like,
Something like that. Yeah, way before The Boys. This is
Oh,
like when it
okay.
first came out, like in 2016 or something like that.
oh shit,
Oh, and it's a Cinemax original.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
on HBO. It's on HBO Max though right now.
Now
Well,
it is,
yeah.
yeah.
Now it is.
But yeah,
It
that
doesn't
was
make it
around the
good.
time that they had the Nick and they
Okay.
had
All right. All right.
Banshee, and so I was watching the Nick, and I was like, "Oh, that's a Cinemax original, and that's
this out.
dope. Let me give Banshee a shot." And I think somebody, but it might have been Swerve, gave me the recommendation, said that Banshee was dope, and I always take Swerve's recommendations with a grain of salt because he puts up with a lot of low level acting. That
I was
would
I was
never.
I was actually gonna. I thought you were going the other way with that, and then you redeemed yourself.
It's like I always take what Sword says with a, you know.
I was like, what?
I always fuck with what he says.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I got you.
You know,
I got you.
So I went into it with low expectations already, and it still wasn't. I gave it the 2 or 3 episode dish, and it didn't make it for me. But it might do it for you. It might do it for you.
I have to at least give it the 3 episode try.
You got to.
Yeah.
So if I had to, I wanted a sequel, dude. So like, this is gonna sound weird because we've already sort of had some sequels, but like, I want a sequel to the original Willy Wonka. Like with Gene Wilder. Like if they made that with,
because like
5
right now
years,
we're getting a prequel.
Yeah, we're getting prequels. We got the Johnny Depp
the glass
bullshit.
elevator?
Like, I want whatever came after that with Peter Ostrom, who was Charlie, Gene Wilder as Wonka. Like I want that whole Grandpa Joe. Like I want to see them move into the factory. Like as a kid watching that movie all the time, and I've said multiple times that was my shit growing up. Yeah. I wanted to know what the fuck happened after they busted out of that goddamn roof, dude. Like,
have you ever read the book?
I have as a kid, but like I was a kid when I read it, so like I don't know. I probably lied on the book it thing so I could get a free personal pan pizza in school.
Hell yeah.
I probably didn't really read that shit. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I read
I was
it.
a fat kid. I know exactly.
I read it, and I mostly remember it, and it was not a good story.
That's probably why they didn't make it. But
Yeah.
like I don't know. Like
It was
I always
basically it was they were traveled the world around. They traveled around the world in the glass elevator.
Ooh, that sounds like some
yeah.
weird Forrest Gump sequel shit where they're like, there's no way that could get pulled off on film.
No, why would you?
What was the Forrest Gump sequel?
Well, no, because like
I'm curious.
There was a sequel book that was written.
Oh, I did not know that.
In that, like, there was all kinds of wild shit that like happened that no one ever built a script on. No one ever wrote a script on. Like, if they could have cashed in on it, they would have after Forrest Gump hit. It was just so outlandish and crazy that no one fucked with it at that point.
Did he go to space?
Like, probably, dude. Yeah, like I didn't honestly read it because I heard it was so wild, but I feel like the Wonka sequel was probably like that, where it was just like, yeah, we can't make. And what was that? 1979, the original came out, and then it'd be like the early 80s they're making that shit.
Yeah.
That wasn't.
It just
wasn't
would have
gonna
been
happen.
bad.
It would have, right? Which is why they didn't do it. But I wish they would have, because even as a kid, I would have fucked with it. I fucked with all kinds of wild shit as a kid.
I like
abductions and shit like that.
Yeah, dude. Original Unsolved Mysteries.
Speaking of Forrest Gump, though, I just had I thank you guys. We've grown a lot on our Instagram on followers, and people have been interacting. But that question that we had of the villains that had a point, I love that one guy who was like, "Oh yeah, Forrest Gump." I was like, "Forrest Gump? Who was the villain in that?" He was like, "What's her name?
Jenny.
Oh, Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny. Jenny was a villain." I'm like, "You have to explain this."
How did Jenny have a point? What was her point?
Yeah, he went on to explain how Jenny, how that kid was not Forrest's kid, and how he was a millionaire and she was already sick, so she had the whole plot to stick him with the kid, and and line up a good life for that kid, but she knew that Forrest would just fall for it. And then she went on.
He thinks that's sex when he touches her
they had sex
tit.
that one time.
Right.
We didn't see it. I'm not convinced.
And all she had to say was, "He's yours, Forrest." He's the most beautiful thing on the scene.
He's got all that shrimp and money.
I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, "Yep, she won."
I'm convinced. Yeah,
I'm convinced.
Won.
What a
Damn.
bitch.
Jenny.
She ain't even have to put in any work on that. He ain't even say, "Hold up,
Nah.
hold
That's
on."
true.
She was out shooting up and hanging off of balconies. Like
She
she was doing
literally-
her thing out there.
She literally told the man, "He's yours."
He's yours, Forrest.
He was like, "The most beautiful thing I've
No
ever seen."
DNA test, no nothing.
was
He's
it.
just like,
Nothing.
all right, here's my shrimp
Nothing.
and money.
Yeah.
Here you go,
He
kid.
saw the kid turning his head, so he turned his head with him.
Oh, must be mine.
Must be mine.
He also has an
Yeah.
IQ under 70. What was it? Like, that's terrible. It's the worst.
Oh
worst.
man.
Oh man, yeah. He can run. That's my son.
Johnny, is that a Yeti? Is that a Yeti tumbler that you're drinking out of?
It is.
Nice. I just got one of those. That's why I recognized it. The same exact one, but has my name on it. Does it say Johnny on it?
Well,
He's
no,
trying
this
to.
one's my wife's. It says but it's from
Shout out to Joyce.
the Johnny 45.
Oh.
Nice.
Damn, you went for Yetis?
Not
They
me,
go all
she
out,
did.
man.
She
go all out.
she balled out and bought everybody Yetis that went on
Shit.
that trip.
I'll get in thermoses if it's my party. Ain't no Yetis around here.
You're an idiot. Everybody's getting solo cups. Y'all come to mine, bro.
Y'all getting Ozark Trails.
Yeah.
Oh.
Y'all can have a second. Y'all can have a second solo cup if you want. Like, yeah, I got Sharpies. Write your name on it. You good?
I fuck with solo cups.
all you
That's,
need.
that's what I use at home.
Danny will be there, so he'll make it look nice.
Tattoo my shit, Danny.
Word.
That's about it. You'll leave out there with a stylish new solo cup.
Courtesy
Welcome
of
to
exclusive.
courtesy of Wax 40th, bitch. We got
That's coming up.
I know we got like 2 more years.
Shit.
I know. Damn it. Anyway, we all answered the question about the sequels, right?
Did you do
Yes,
it?
sir.
Willy Wonka.
I did.
There's
Oh,
a
I
few
said,
sequels coming
Inception.
up though that passed that 5-year mark though, like Avatar 2,
Right?
Avatar passed
Yeah.
that
Which
5-year
is what
mark.
makes me nervous. son.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
So
is that 5 years? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, those that's MCU.
These are all
Are you
movies that
disproving
are
my 5-year theory?
Matrix 4. You know, like
Yeah, see, the Matrix
The
4,
Matrix,
I'm not sold
Matrix,
on. I'm not sold on.
No
Yeah.
trailer still.
Matrix 4, I'm worried about. Avatar, I am not because
Avatar's gonna.
because James Cameron.
It's James Cameron.
James
It'll be
Cameron.
good, but I better be dope, man. It's gotta blow
I'm
me
just
away.
saying, like,
JC.
so James Cameron's
He should fuck
movies.
He
James
fucks.
Cameron's movies
We've
come out like
established. That's true.
ridiculous
You're right,
amounts
yeah.
of years afterward. I think what was it before Avatar? What was it that he had?
Titanic.
Fucking Titanic.
Yeah. Does he do
Wait, no,
sequels?
James Cameron did True Lies.
He did True Lies, but that was before
That's
Titanic.
before Titanic though.
Was that before?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
before? Like a year, 2 years?
A couple years before Titanic.
Mm.
I think True Lies was like 95-ish. Titanic was like 97.
I'm pulling them up.
Okay.
Pulling
That's
them
fair.
up.
Yeah, let me know. They gotta be close.
True Lies was. What are we doing? What am I doing here? Oh,
What are
'cause
you
I'm
doing?
looking. I'm looking at his writing.
Fuck his writing.
Fuck his writing. Yeah. So True
True
Lies
Lies
came
is
out
94.
94.
Okay. Yeah.
Titanic 97.
Yeah.
And then Avatar was
Damn.
2009.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like, between those two
Yeah, that's a long time.
was a long
Yeah.
time,
Mhm.
and both of those movies hit, like, I think they're fighting. They still are fighting each other, right?
Hey, but this Avatar is the only sequel, right? He's
What do
never
you
done
mean?
the sequel.
No.
Terminator
He did-
2. Did he do the original?
He didn't
He
direct
did,
Terminator
yes.
2, though. I think he only
Oh.
produced
No,
it.
he directed.
Oh, he
I'm
did.
looking at his directing. Yeah, and he
Okay,
did
okay,
Terminator
okay.
and Terminator 2.
Mhm.
So Terminator 2 came out in 91, and then 94 was True Lies.
Yeah, so he took a few years between.
Yeah, and then he
T2
did like some
for that.
TV stuff in between.
That's just his fuck around money time.
Yeah,
He's so
in
rich
between
then.
Titanic-
He's like, yo, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. I'm interested in this bullshit. I'm gonna make a documentary about it.
in between
do some shit
Titanic
for him.
and
Good for
Avatar
him.
was all a bunch of bullshit, like little TV stuff. But both of those movies fought for number one, like
Yeah.
for a while.
For like of
So-
all time.
So pretty much
of all
Endgame
time.
came
Yeah,
out.
exactly. So I'm not so worried about Avatar because I feel like, and he's directing all of them together. So I think we're what did they say? 3 sequels?
It was something
Think so.
crazy, yeah.
2
This-
at least. I know.
Yeah,
for
there's
sure.
2 at least. I want to say there's 3. I'm pretty confident that it's 3 sequels, and they're all recording around the same, like at the same time.
Yeah.
So when they release, it's not like it's.
Years and years.
I like the
apart.
fact that he's doing them together, which means like if 2 is good, 3 is gonna be good, 4 is gonna be good.
True.
You know what I mean? Because he's doing them all together. But it's like when there's all that time and
Yeah.
you didn't have an idea for a sequel, which I believe he did have that idea initially and just never, and he was putting it all together.
Right.
But when you have no idea, no plans on a sequel, and then the studio comes out and says, well, we need to capitalize on this. So if you're not in, we're going to get somebody else to be in on it. Mm-hmm. That's when it's like, fuck.
Right.
Dumb and Dumber. Remember that shit? That sequel was another horrible one.
Wow, yeah.
That was another. The prequel was horrible, and I think I like the prequel better than the sequel.
I was actually reading as we were, kept on discussing about the Batman situation. I was reading about the like what actually happened with that whole series, and why they're all considered part of the same universe? That 1989 universe. So
you mean the Joel Schumacher ones?
The Joel Schumachers are still a part of the Tim Burton's universe.
Yep.
Because that's exactly what happened, right? So after the success of the first Batman, they wanted to go forward with a sequel, and Tim Burton was like, I don't really want to, but I guess. And so he pushed it a little further, and then that shit sold so well that they were like, we want to go with another one. And he was like, nah, son, I'm done with this. And
we knew that,
and he never really
Batman
even
Returns.
liked the first one. That's why the second one was so much different. And then
it makes sense.
And then they were like, boom, then we'll just stick somebody else in there. And that's how Joel Schumacher got in there. And he did really try to, like you said, emulate the Tim Burton thing, but amp it up to fucking 11. And that's why,
Let's
we
get
ended up with the
rollerbladers.
wild ass fucking rollerbladers.
That's
Jim
all I
Carrey
think about,
fucking
dude.
Yeah,
Poison
Jim
Ivy.
Carrey's overreacting ass or overacting. What were we talking about last night?
He was originally supposed to be Carnage in the original Spider-Man.
See, that would have been
trilogy.
horrible.
Yeah.
That would have been horrible. I love Jim Carrey, and I love anything that he's attempted to do like serious roles in. Like I do like
Number 23.
Number 23.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I can't. It was good. It was good. But even then, he had like little instances where he's like overacting.
Sure.
But what's
Eternal
the other one?
Sunshine.
Eternal Sunshine was
Eternal
good.
Sunshine was dope.
Was really good.
Truman Show was
The
good.
Truman Show was really good. And those are the ones where he was like where he shined. But
Ed Harris shined too.
Yep.
He was really good.
I just don't like when he jumps into his overacting bag, and then like after a while, there's just like everything.
Like the
he
Andy
did.
Kaufman
for the
movie.
first,
The
like,
Andy
5,
Kaufman
6
movie.
years.
Was,
Nah, he did fire though.
I didn't fuck with that.
I thought he did good.
Man on the
in that.
Moon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Never
Andy
watched it.
Kaufman was like that. I've seen like I remember because my dad really loved Taxi, and I remember watching Taxi when I was younger.
Your dad loves some weird
He did.
shit.
No, I mean he liked shit from the fucking 70s. Like that's when he grew up watching that shit. But I remember watching Taxi, and I remember Christopher Lloyd. I remember Andy Kaufman on that shit.
Danny
I remember
DeVito.
a lot of that. Danny DeVito. Yep.
Yeah.
They all came from that. And Andy Kaufman on there played what was it? Latka?
Locker,
I think that was it. Yep, he played that role, and it was animated like that, where he was just like a foreign guy, whatever. But apparently in real life, Andy Kaufman was how he portrayed him to be. He like his family was on set. Like if you watch the behind the scenes on that,
I watched
his
that.
family was on set, and he would not
Break
break character.
Yeah.
And his family would get emotional because he actually was acting like Andy Kaufman. So as much as you think like he is overacting in that was actually one of his best performances.
Yeah,
He feels like he channeled Andy Kaufman and Andy Kaufman.
I didn't
He
fuck with
actually-
Andy Kaufman.
He actually got into it for real with Jerry Lawler.
He did, yeah, I remember
that.
Jerry Lawler. And
Yep.
yeah, he actually.
Jerry
wanted to
Lawler
whoop
didn't fuck with it either.
Nah, he wanted to beat the shit out of Jim Carrey.
I feel that, Jerry. That's the only times I agree with Jerry Lawler. Fuck him.
Puppies. No.
Puppy.
Sorry.
That's the other time I agree with Jerry Lawler.
That's why I said it. I was like, I agree with that.
Sable.
Oh. Johnny's like, I don't understand the reference.
Some old school WWF.
Yeah, puppies was the
puppies
WWF
were boobies.
reference.
Jobs with
Boobs.
titties,
Yeah, we can all agree with that.
Yes.
yes, we can.
Yes, we can. All right, so, I can't disagree more. I thought he did well.
I mean, hey, hot take. Hot takes here.
That's not that hot of a take. Probably people will be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, no, people are split on that.
No,
shit.
nobody knows who the fuck
They
Andy
know
Kaufman
that
is.
shit. They know.
Interesting question we were talking about earlier. That I felt like it was a good conversation to have with you guys today. My man Dave.
Oh shit, you're gonna go in this question.
My man Dave, he explained that he has no problem. He and his lady share their locations with each other, and he's like, yeah, like you don't share it with your. I was like, no. Would you guys share your location with your girls?
Real
Johnny,
quick, let me clarify. So this is something. This is something that we have done for years, and we've been dating for about 5 years, and this has been going on for a while, and it sounds like a crazy jealous thing. Like, where the fuck are you? What are you doing? And it's not like that at all. Like, if she goes out with her friends, like, and she tells me she's gonna be somewhere, like, I just want to be able to, like, if she doesn't check in, like, if I don't hear from her, if she went missing or something crazy, like, I want to know where she was, or, just to be able to track her, or if she's like, hey, I'm going to stop here and pick up food on the way home from work.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get that food yet? I'm fucking starving. Like, where is she? Or did she hit it up yet? Like, is she there? Like, it's not.
Oh, she's standing outside.
It's not anything, weird, but, like, it's nice to know that, like, even if I go, like, because I'm going to be going out of town for business next week, and I want her to be able to know that I'm okay and check
Alive,
in. Yeah,
not at a strip club.
I mean, she wouldn't care about that. She would be, why didn't you take me to the strip club?
Oh, because
I'm
you're
like,
not here.
We can go.
Because you're not here.
Does Buffalo have good strip club?
I don't know.
Nobody.
You want me to drive up? We can find out.
I mean, we're close to Canada, so it doesn't matter.
Well, Niagara Falls does.
Yeah, Niagara Falls does.
The
Yeah.
best
Okay. Canada.
in that area.
Toronto is.
Well,
I know
yeah,
they
the
have
further up
yeah,
you go,
yeah.
but that's a troop. And either way, you
Yeah.
can't cross the border yet. I don't think till next month.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't even have a passport or a whatchamacallit license.
Oh
so
yeah,
I'm
then
not-
you're dead on that either way.
But either way, I was just like, he asked me, is just like, you and your girl don't share a location? I'm like,
I was
no.
curious. I don't know if that's a normal thing or not.
No, we don't. I don't, and I'm not. I'll preface this by saying, like, I don't. It's not that I'm doing anything wrong. It's not that she's doing anything wrong. I definitely am not worried about
Y'all
her
fucking around.
doing anything wrong. I honestly don't. I don't want to be asked about any, like, yo, you, like, if I'm going to the store and, like, let's say I stop somewhere else, like, I don't want to get a call. So I see you. Not saying that she would do that. Not saying that she would do that, but I would open myself to possibly doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I have no interest. Same thing with me and like anyone having the code to my like. It's a privacy thing. Like,
you don't know your girl's code.
I don't want
your code.
I
have my girl's
I
code.
would
Ash,
not.
Ash knows my code. And I know hers too. Yeah.
No. Like, I know my girl's code. She knows.
you do?
She knows my code.
Oh, okay.
But it's a thing. It's a mutual thing where, like, I've at least never came up to her, like, looking through my phone, going through it. I would honestly be pissed. She won't find anything in there, but I would be pissed that you gone through my shit. And the reason for it is I know your code. I would not go through her phone. I won't go through her phone.
Wait, she knows your code?
She knows my code.
So are you sure you're not sharing location with her?
I'm not sharing location. First of all, another thing too is my girl is not, like, tech savvy. So even if she went in there, she would just be like, she wouldn't know how to.
I mean, she knows how to use her phone,
like
right?
that. She knows how to do her phone. She probably doesn't know how to turn on her location. She probably doesn't even notice that her locations are on.
I'm saying
she doesn't know any of that shit.
Look through your messages or some shit if she was trying to do something.
She knows how to get to those messages.
She does. My point is like, I mean, if she's doing it without me knowing, it's like, but if I find out, I'm going to be pissed.
Right.
And normally you don't find out if they don't find anything.
They come at
like you
you.
won't
Right.
find out at you.
Till
Yeah.
they come at you. Huh?
That's the only
Yeah.
reason that
So
you would find out.
You'll never hear about like, you know what, babe, I went through your phone and I didn't find nothing. So you don't hear that shit.
I love
you don't
you.
hear none of that shit.
Let's get married.
Yo, I love you. Blah blah blah. You know what? I'm gonna give you an extra blowjob
Extra
today
blowjob.
because you on your shit.
Because
You don't hear that shit. That shit ain't happening. So it's like, nah, but in all honesty, like it's a privacy thing for me. It's like I don't go through your shit. Don't go through my shit. So sharing locations, same shit. It's like in his instance, I get it. Like, you know,
it's more of a safety thing. Like
if something happens like that where it's a safety thing, but at the same time, it's like same thing. Like if text message, right? She goes through the insensitive culture thread. We don't talk about women or anything like that, but we talk just dumb shit. I'm just saying, like we talk about dumb shit. We'll probably share like an Instagram model or some dumb shit, but like, you know, like something like that. And we don't even do that. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to give like an example. I don't want to have to explain me like a sharing of this conversation that you were not a part of, and now I have to explain to you the context of that
to your phone,
and
so
blah blah blah.
What's the big deal about your location? I mean, if anything, if she has access to your phone and you trust her enough to have your PIN code to unlock your phone, which she should, honestly, because God forbid anything were to happen to you, like she needs access to all the information that's on your phone.
I wouldn't share my location with Danny.
Oh, I thought he said he was going to give it to Danny.
But I'm
instead.
saying, like, if she
I'll share my location with you.
if she has
Appreciate
access
you,
to
bro.
your
I share mine
phone,
with you too.
which
Not my
I
girl, though.
think is more personal and more private, then what's the big deal about where you are?
I just don't. I don't want to have
It's
to.
not even that private.
No, I mean, and most of the time I'm either at home, or
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
or I'm here.
Right, he's
it
one of,
doesn't
like,
even
3
matter.
places.
It doesn't even matter. My point is like there's a level of
Like, why you going to KFC?
It's just a level
why you getting a chicken
of,
sandwich today?
Yeah, exactly. Like, yo, bro, this is the 3rd time I saw you go up to a
You've
restaurant.
been hitting up
like,
a lot
what-
of wings.
like-
You've been eating a lot of wings, son.
Stop spending money, son. I don't know. It's just something about like I don't need anyone having full access to where I am at all times. You know what I'm doing, and
It's not
and
just
be like,
any.
yo,
It's not just any chick though. That's your
pull
girl.
up,
Like that's
pull
your,
up to the gym and be like, oh wait, yo, like just getting a.
Right, but
I'm not
that's-
saying that this would happen, but it's
but
like
the-
you pull
but
up
you
to the gym,
see-
you get a text message like, yo, you went to the gym, like, yo, you supposed to. Like, I don't want to hear none of that shit.
But you see what I'm saying? Like you keep prefacing it with not saying this would happen, but that means
I'm not
you
saying
think
it would.
it could happen. That's why else would you be? You're saying all these things that you're saying it's probably not going to happen, but just in case, I want to dead that shit.
Because
and
I don't
prevent it from
want it
happening.
to.
But
Because
it's
I
probably
don't
not going to
want
happen.
it
So why are you
to.
worried about it?
Because I don't want it to. Because I know that the second that I let up on that, and I'll be like, you know what? I believe she's not going to do this, right? And I do
That's
it
when it happens?
the second that I get a text message about anything that has to do with that thing that I was so against and I gave into, I would be furious. Furious.
I feel you. And that does sound like walk.
Yep.
Word.
I would be so fucking angry. Like, yo, I gave into this bullshit, and I'm already getting text messages asking me what the fuck I'm doing at this. Like, yo, fuck off of me, yo. I'd be so angry, so angry. And honestly, I think it's not anything about like my current relationship. I think it's my past relationship that has me more like that
Scarred.
than anything. Yeah, everything is on guard. From a previous relationship, I still have those scars where I'm just like, nope,
I feel you.
nope.
Yeah.
Nah, hell no.
Not real.
No, yeah.
So
to answer
I'm the only one that would say no.
I mean,
yeah, I've been.
I don't really don't care.
I
I'm just like, whatever.
I started sharing my location. I can't remember how many years ago, but I can't even remember if I brought this up on the show before. But I think I did about like a thing with Tinder. I had Tinder on my phone because I was testing it out.
Oh yeah.
And so when that whole like argument kind of went down and I was explaining myself, I was like, girl, I'm not stepping out on you. Like, if you want, I'll share. And this was like when you first could start sharing, like Find My Friends or whatever. I was like, if you want, I'll share my location with you. You can follow me everywhere I go. And
She was like, okay.
and that was, but that, I mean, because the way
That was the
like
extent
my
of
wife
it.
is, like, that's all she needed. And she's like, I'm not going to actually fucking look your shit up. I just want to know that you would give it to me, right? Like, you give me that location. Does she? Probably every now and then, especially when I was traveling before, you know what I mean? Like, just to make sure I landed somewhere, I'm moving around.
Yeah.
But she's never like, she's never once texted me like, what are you doing at the bar at 1 o'clock in the morning in fucking Ohio or some shit? Like
some
and I have
handicap
been,
bullshit.
because I'm just out chilling
getting
or
drunk.
I'm out, you know, if anything, sometimes I hit her up and I'll be like, yo, I think I'm about to step out and get some drinks or whatever. Like, because it's just a, like, you know, that type of relationship and whatnot. But
See, and that's the thing.
99% of the time, I'm with her anyways. So, like,
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
It
Right.
really
Johnny,
don't matter.
when's the last time you looked? Have you looked at her location
I
recently?
look at her location when she's like she travels out to Long Island and shit. And so I look up to see, like, all right, when she hits me back and she's like, yo, I'm about to head back home. That's like a 2.5, 3 hour drive or whatever.
Wanna
So
make
I'll
sure
be
she's good.
following just to see, like, okay, how far away is she now? To make sure that I start getting shit ready and, you know, I'll fucking start washing the dishes or some shit. I'll finally jump in the shower all day.
Yeah.
I'll just, you know, just get prepped.
How much
See,
So I
time
know
does
she's on the
this
way
is
back.
therapy. This is therapy because now that I unpacked all that shit, I'm like, yeah, why the fuck? It's my past relationship that fucking has me like, no, fuck,
Right,
get the
right.
fuck
That's what
away,
it
like
is, for
get
sure.
past, because I've been questioned so much in my past relationship, like on everything that, and I'm till this day I'm blamed for things that didn't even happen.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like I keep shit to the chest. It's just
No
like,
doubt.
nah, I don't
got you,
like,
bro.
nah.
I feel you.
Like,
That's hard.
Nah.
It don't gotta be like that. It don't gotta be like that.
It
son.
ain't gotta be like
Nah.
that. Yo, what is trust? I'm just joking. You ain't gotta bring that.
I was like, yo, does he want a motherfucking answer right? Sharing your location with your woman, dog. That's trust.
Honestly, I'm at a point where it's like I talk all this shit, but like if my girl, like when my girl
When she
did
asks you,
ask
you go
me,
like, here you go, baby.
no, when she did ask me, like she asked me for my passcode before, and I was just like, all right, this is what it is, and I told it to her. It's like, but she knows, like it's the same thing. Like I just don't. When it comes to that shit, we've already had that conversation. It's like when your phone is sitting there, I don't go through your shit.
Yeah, I don't go through it.
You don't go through
think
mine?
about it. Like it doesn't even cross
It
my
doesn't cross
mind.
my- yeah, it
dude.
doesn't
like,
cross
it's
my
not
mind
even
either.
like it's like an inanimate object.
See, the
it's like
thing is,
the couch cushion. Like I
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
give a fuck, dude.
I'm concerned because I know I've given my girl my passcode to my phone. I just know that she don't remember it. Like, she just don't.
Honestly, I
I've given
think
it to her
it's the same thing for
multiple times, and she
My entire
still
family
like, "What
knows
is
the
it
passcode.
again?"
yeah.
I still rock the 4 digits, so it's pretty easy
Okay.
to remember.
I think I only switched to the 6 digits because the watch at some point, like
Oh yeah, required.
it was
six,
a
I think.
certain feature that required that I go to
Oh,
switch
damn.
to 6 digits.
Yeah,
And I was like,
maybe
oh,
unlock the Mac or something.
yeah. I think it was it was something stupid like that, but that was the only reason why I switched to the 6 digit. I might actually, now that I remember, I don't have the watch anymore, so I might switch back
I was
to the
gonna
4.
say,
Well, I don't even remember, like I don't realize because I have the face shit. So
Yeah,
whatever.
you're right.
Anyway,
I was just telling Johnny that Ash has my laptop, my MacBook password.
Yeah,
So
my
she
girl
can get
won't
into that.
remember that shit.
I mean,
There's
please
nothing-
don't go through the files because you might not like what you find. But
I don't even have nothing like that on my laptop. I don't
No,
know.
nothing.
No.
Nothing.
I mean, dude, if you have like, it's
I don't
not
think so.
not like in the early 2000s where you had like files of just porn and shit. Like, no, you just go to Pornhub. It's a website. Like we're smart. We're all tech people.
Yeah.
We open up private browsers. Like,
That's fair.
yeah, I
Yeah, incognito.
incognito mode. Yeah, huh?
Y'all do Pornhub? I don't like Pornhub.
No.
I mean, I pop back every now and
I
then.
like
he goes through the
Popping,
apps.
see what's popping.
X
videos,
hamster.
I got
that's my
an
shit.
RSS
X hamster.
feed. See, X
Okay.
videos
Yeah.
gets a little old to me. When
like a
new shit
private
gets
Tumblr.
uploaded, they hit me up. They're like, "Yo, Dave, we launched this. What do you think?" I'm like, "All right, it's all right. It's straight."
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't get too crazy with like exploring different websites. Like, oh, there's a new porn site. Like, I have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
I found
no.
one. That's the one I've been using.
I
for
cycle
years.
through
Like,
the
okay.
same four that I've been
Yeah.
using since I was in high school, dude. Like, there's no.
Pornhub is the
like
most popular.
99% on X videos.
Mm-hmm.
See, Pornhub is the most
I can
popular.
bust anywhere.
X
It
video.
doesn't matter what site I'm on. It doesn't
Very
matter.
true.
I use my
Very true.
imagination if I have to. If
I
there's
used to
no
go to Bang
internet.
Bros back in the day.
Could
It's
you guys
just more
create?
about
Could you
remember
guys?
those,
you know,
yeah.
the key codes and or, you know, the keyboard shortcuts, and I already know where the menu is and how to get around. Like, I don't want to learn how to navigate a new website.
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys cranked one out from memory? No porn, no stimulus, just ripping one out. Anybody?
Wow.
It's been a
Bueller?
while.
It's been a while.
I don't know. I can't.
It's really been a
That's
while.
fair. That's a fair question. Then that's a fair. Yep.
You ever
Before I had my cell phone.
Oh, it's been a long time for me.
You ever had like you've ever been going through the porn sites and haven't found the right one, so then you just revert to memories like, oh, there was that one time.
And then you
Damn.
go on the hunt,
And then-
dog. Then you go on the hunt, and then it's on, and you're not busting until you find that fucking video. Yeah.
That's
no,
true.
I'm just saying,
That's
like,
true.
have you been? No,
Give me it again.
my question was more like, have you ever been searching, couldn't find it, and then you revert to memory?
Oh no, I find it. Sir.
No.
There's
Yes,
no.
I do. I really
There's
like
no-
it. I remember the name.
Yeah.
Of something in it.
It's
And I'm like,
something.
all right, look
Oh,
that up. And
I
I'm
know
like,
the
all right, I know how to
genre.
find it back.
Oh, there's a blonde, and they're in a gym.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll find it. There's no. And then it's pure nostalgia when you find it. You think of like cranking it when you were in 11th grade, and you're.
There's no better
Bathroom.
feeling than finding that video that you've been searching for a while and you couldn't find it.
Those OG classics.
It's
Those are
like,
the
oh!
ones you download. You save those.
That's the Kevin Hart moment where you be like, yo, now I have access to this. I'm home right
Oh, beat my dick.
Yeah. I'm by myself. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna beat my dick.
Yeah. So no memory cranks, huh, guys? That's-
No.
Not that I can remember. No.
yeah.
Uh-uh.
No, that's fair.
Smoke too much
I mean,
nowadays,
why?
I think.
Don't remember shit. Don't remember shit. Yeah.
Oh shit. Let's see here. Do you want to wait for Johnny before we start busting out some news?
He'll
or
be back any second.
He'll be
man.
back any second. All right. So, in
Like I said,
actual news,
Busting on some news. I was like, oh, word.
Yeah, I mean,
Bust on some news.
Like, we just
a
talking about
lot of-
porn, bro.
from memory.
Aight.
a lot of callbacks here.
I love it.
So actually, this one we would have to wait for Johnny because I know he likes to get into some real news shit. But apparently, the founder of Shake Shack is now saying that they're requiring proof of vaccination for you to eat at any Shake Shack,
Good.
which is mainly New York, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's a Northeast.
He just
Or
Yeah.
opened
maybe
one
like an East
in Tampa.
Coast at least.
They
Did
just-
they?
they just opened
so,
one, like-
so East Coast then.
a month ago, baby.
See, and this is one I had in the notes for a little bit, but yeah, so the creator of it says that if you're not vaccinated, you are not welcome to eat in his restaurants. And, he said you're more than welcome to find somewhere else to eat if you're not vaccinated.
100%.
Right.
That's his establishment. These are crazy times that we're living in.
Yeah, you can do what you want.
If you don't like it, that's
Go
cool.
somewhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. McDonald's, Burger King. There's so many other places you can go.
There's so many. There are so many people that are anti-vax, and I'm like, I already have the vaccine. Like
Same.
Like I've gone. I have it. I didn't fight it. It's just like whatever. Before I probably would have been like super anti. I never got the flu vaccination, nothing like that.
I don't
know.
Get my flu.
I'm just like, but I'm also a person that is just like, you know what? If it's such a big fucking deal
it's not
in New York State,
hassle.
I just whatever, man. I'm just gonna get it, like get this shit over with. I'm vaxxed. Whatever, I'm vaccinated.
I'm not a confrontational dude.
I'm not a confrontational dude either.
I don't want to deal with that. Like anywhere, dude. I want to go. If I'm gonna go out and get dinner, like I want to go out and get dinner, dude. Like here's my card, vaccinated, cool.
Yeah,
let me get
exactly.
Like it's not a big deal.
Do you really think that the government is trying to fuck us over in that sense? To where like there's a conspiracy where they're whatever throw a conspiracy in there. The biggest one I think is gonna be
like tracking.
Not tracking. I don't think that's fucking stupid.
Fertile anymore.
Tracking.
Yeah, make people non-fertile.
Yeah.
I said it before. I was like, yeah, maybe I might subscribe to that one, but at the same time, I got 3 kids, so I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like, make me non-fertile.
Same
That's
here,
fine.
bro. I got 3. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need any more. But no, it's like there's so many people going hard on no, I'm not getting this vaccination, blah blah blah. So it was huge that and Johnny, now that you're coming back, the owner of Shake Shack said that if you're not able to prove that you are vaccinated, then you cannot eat in his establishment. But now also, and this was the next phase in that, because that was the first one that I saw. But now New York City, NYC is saying that if you are not vaccinated, you cannot eat at any restaurant or anything like that, right? Starting this week. Or gym, yep, or go to the gym. That's how I was struggling to find the second one. So you can't work out at a gym and you can't eat at a restaurant unless you are able to prove that you are vaccinated in New York City. Do you think do you think that it's going to get to a point where that is like New York State?
I don't know, because what's happening with Cuomo now, he's probably going to be gone within the week.
Y'all.
And then whoever comes in, I think might be more liberal progressive, so possibly. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about mandatory vaccines. I feel like it should be mandatory vaccine or negative COVID test.
I agree with that.
Not everybody can get vaccinated. I mean, first of all, right?
I agree with that, because it's like a fine line. It's a fine line for me. It's like, it is a fine line. Like, I personally, like I said it before, I have the vaccination. That was my choice, whatever. But
I would prefer
to
that
force
you get
anyone.
but
I would prefer it too, but also I'm just like,
not everybody can.
Why? What do you mean? Not everybody can.
Well, people with that are immunocompromised often can't get vaccinated. There's people with other issues that doesn't allow them to be vaccinated or to receive the COVID vaccine for one reason or another. And for those people is the reason why more people should get vaccinated. I think, I don't remember what the number is for quote unquote herd immunity, which
it was 80%.
I think it might be higher. I can't really remember, but I mean, we did cross 70% in the country, which I think is pretty good. And most of the issue is, unfortunately, Danny, down south. It's really not that bad in New York. I don't know why the mayor is wilding out with this new ordinance. I don't even know technically that he has the ability to mandate something like that. So that might get shot down within the week. Who knows? But I'm just not. I'm not for, you know. I mean, there's. If anyone's gonna do the requirements, it's gonna be what Do That Shake Shack did, right? A private establishment is a private establishment. If they want to enforce their own rules for whatever reason, they're more than welcome to do so, right? So if Shake Shack says you can't come in here, if Home Depot says you can't come in here, or if fucking Yankee Stadium says you can't come in here, that's on them. But for the government to start putting down mandates,
I don't like that. I don't like
That's where I don't like it.
Yeah, you overstepping. I feel like, you know,
because like it's a slippery slope. It's, you know, like I don't.
Well, no, and that's
door to door type shit.
And that is where I do subscribe to shit like that. Is like, you know, like it's like you what's the phrase, like you ask for an inch and you take a mile or something like that. Yeah, like it's. And we know the government isn't very subtle. Like they're doing, like, if they wanted something out of the people, they would figure out a way to get it. What that is, I have no fucking clue. And you know, I'm not gonna be one of those fucking crazy people that just think about that shit nonstop, and then it never comes to light, and you're just spending your entire life just saying, "Oh, this is the moment," like fucking like Leo DiCaprio just. You know, like no, I don't want to do all that, but it does make me worried when the government starts to come in and saying, hey, like personally, things all seem pretty good. I keep hearing about this, you know, the COVID has more fucking variants than Loki. And you know, I keep hearing about this stuff, but when COVID was going wild, like we saw the news, we saw like the people in stretchers, and that shit was dying every day. A lot of people were dying, and now what's to say that anybody, like they could literally take any fucking anything and just say, oh well, this was actually a variant, so the numbers are rising. Well, you can take that shit and manipulate. I know. I'm just saying.
They could, of course, they could do a lot of things. I mean, you have to be pretty pessimistic and cynical to think that they would. They could, yeah, sure. They could take some non-COVID thing and tell everyone that it's COVID. But no, I mean, there is a real Delta strain currently, and there's more strains beyond Delta. They're just not that prevalent. I mean, it's a problem, but for me, I feel like, and I hate to say this on record, but I feel like there's a lot of hype going right now. Not saying that things aren't bad, but it's the scary part right now is for people under the age of 12. That's really it, right? Because because no one in that group is getting vaccinated. There is a Delta variant that's going out, but while it's hospitalizing a lot of people, it's not killing a lot of people. Like, you know, deaths are, every death counts, right? But 300 to 500 deaths a day, while a lot, is nowhere near where we were at the same rate of infections that we're seeing. Like, there's crazy amounts of infections daily, but not as many people are, you know, getting long-term hospitalizations or dying. And so I feel like, yes, it's something we should be concerned about, but I don't know that we need to start immediately jumping into all these mandates that we're seeing across the board, and they're talking about mask mandating again, and
schools too,
and but schools is where really it should be, because again, they can't be vaccinated, right? The kids can't, so they're the ones that need to be protected the most. I just, like I said, vaccination or a negative COVID test. Take it every day if you need to. Whatever. I think that should suffice. Yeah.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, it shouldn't be mandatory. It should be like take one or the other. That's fine. You could prove these tests are getting better. We should be able to take
these
a
rapid
test.
Tests are pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. So if they did that, then I'd be like, all right, well, whatever. All right, cool.
Right. If everyone that
then I'll be
enters
like,
this building,
luckily I'm vaccinated,
or this restaurant, or this gym, or whatever, if everyone that enters either is vaccinated or had a rapid test done, well, the rapid test is whatever, let's say even 50-50. Okay, fine. But everybody else is vaccinated, so who the fuck cares, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the chances of, for any naysayers talking about, the chances of breakthrough cases, those being vaccinated and still catching the vid, that shit is so tiny. Like, that's very unlikely to happen. Does it happen? Yes, everything happens, but fucking, frogs are born with 7 toes. Like, shit happens.
Shit happens.
But it's very unlikely. Like, relax.
All right, so let's get into some Hollywood news. This is kind of Hollywood, but my man Matt Damon really shot himself in the foot recently. He's under a lot of fire because he's come out and said that he just recently stopped using the F word
as a homophobic slur.
And he didn't even realize that he shouldn't say it. And he comes out and says that he didn't realize that he shouldn't be saying it until his daughter pointed it out. Like, you shouldn't say that, and like protested. And you know what I mean?
He's from Boston, though.
That's exactly what I said. I'm like, I get it. He's from Boston.
That's just how they talk, dog.
So here's the thing, right? So obviously, like, he's under a lot of fire with the LGBTQ community. They're trying to cancel him. All this craziness. Now, but the funny thing is, to me, right, is he brought this on himself. Because he was in an interview and he was discussing how cancel culture tried to cancel him before for something else that he did, and like he went through that whole thing, and he was talking about that, and then he took it upon himself to mention this story.
That's unfortunate.
And so now he is under fire for this story that he took it upon himself to share. And it's like, bro, like, are you really like that wild to put this out there? Like, whatever you do with your family, like, whatever, your daughter puts you on blast, you ain't gotta say that you recently stopped using the homophobic F word, because we all know the F word to be something else.
That means he recently dropped it in front of his daughter. Yeah. And she was like, nah, Dad.
She was like, nah, you can't be doing that.
That doesn't fly anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
European cigarette. We're just going to call it that.
Yeah. Bundle of sticks.
A bundle of sticks. That's how we would refer to when we say the word fat, right?
Yeah.
It's a bundle of sticks. It's a cigarette in Europe.
Can we get a drop on that, Johnny? Can we get a drop? Oh, man.
Every episode
now. Too bad I'm the only one who does a drop. So
he has arms, though.
I have all the audio.
That's true.
He does.
That's true.
He'd make a
That's
drop.
true. You got to put it on the iPad for him to that he
iPad
has
that he's never
in order for him to use it.
I will set it up just to put that drop on it.
No, but it's just funny to me that he brought it on himself.
Yeah, he could have just let it
like
go.
Like, no one
been
heard
like,
of this story. This didn't leak anywhere. He's in his own interview talking about a past situation, and then drops this news. So he literally shoots himself in the foot with this.
Like, damn, bro, you was in The Departed. How you snitch on yourself? You should have learned something on set.
You should know.
Oh man, he says the word that my daughter calls the F slur for a homosexual was commonly used when I was a kid, with a different application. Now,
with a different application.
I mean, and I mean, first of all, I understand what he's trying to say, right?
Sure.
It's not necessarily correlated to what it's known for, right? However,
like,
you still
get
know
in trouble for this. Probably it's like Michael Scott. What he said.
What do you? Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, "You don't call retarded people retard. You call your friends retarded when they do something retarded."
Right. That encompasses it perfectly.
Yes, that is exactly that is it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, I understand it because exactly where we come from, like, and I personally, we've said it before, like,
It's like that Louis C.K. bit. I mean, he's not the best person to bring up, but he had a whole bit about
Yeah.
that. Like,
yeah, exactly,
you know?
exactly. But it's because I get what he's saying, that it doesn't correlate with exactly
Right.
what it's meant to degrade. However, there's a whole, there's a lot of people that would take offense to it, so you have to take that into consideration. I get it, and so I get what he's trying to say, but still, at the end of the day, the reason why that word exists. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you don't mean that when you say it. However, deep down, the history of that word and who it's used against. Even though you don't mean it in that way.
If he said that 10 years ago, he would be hailed as a hero. Like, oh, he stopped saying it. Like, he's doing it. He's doing it. And now it's like,
that era.
Bro, you missed the fucking boat, dude. Like, now you're just okay.
That's the problem.
It's been a while.
Good
like
for you.
Stopped last week.
You're right. Like, recently. Damn.
So no one told you up to this point that that's probably not the best thing to say right now?
No one tell Matt Damon about the Black Lives Matters movement. He's probably using other choice Boston words.
No, I mean, he's from Boston, so that word means
that's not going anywhere. That's why he didn't say that. He's like, yeah, no, that's going to be just fine where it is.
No, I'm just
that's safe.
No,
safe
my point is he's a white man from Boston. That word is used exactly how people are taking it. So let's be honest about that. Like,
True.
whatever. But anybody from New York, that word is completely different. I know so many people who are not black that use the N word with the A at the end that have that has nothing to do with that at all.
It's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
It's just part of my dialect. Like, I grew up talking like that.
Well,
so
that's
it's
what I'm
like-
saying. It's like, and it's same with
Damon
me
grew up
growing
saying
up.
That's what I'm saying,
son. Like,
yeah.
So growing up, that exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and I've never never correlated it with being a black man, a black person, never used it in that sense. Right? If someone did use it in that sense,
Oh, I shut that down.
Exactly. That's not.
Nah.
It's very obvious when it's used in that sense. So, but even then, I'm just saying, it was a part of my vocabulary, but I purposefully stopped doing that.
You have.
And I don't say it because I know that somebody would take offense to it, or something. And like Dave said, I'm not a confrontational person, so I would much rather avoid that to make other people comfortable than to put myself in a situation too where now I'm in a confrontation over something that really is not an important word to me at all.
So did I?
No,
you good.
I have an alarm in my white head that goes off when I hear it, so you did not say it.
And that's usually the case, though.
It is.
I'll be honest.
I had people
being
came
in a
over
career
to the
where-
house
Yeah.
once, and I was talking mad comfortable like that, and they left 2 hours later. They didn't even chill that night, and it was really that's it. Was like,
Yeah.
that dude was saying the N word a lot.
Yeah, and that's and we all know my brother Papo. He wouldn't hurt a fly, but that is a part of his vocabulary, and he is a person that does not He just can't. He's just stuck in his ways, right?
I would be upset if he changed.
Yeah.
If he
Like,
stopped, right?
Come on.
And everybody that knows him, and we have friends of all different backgrounds, all different colors, whatever, and everyone accepts him exactly how he is. But he's just known like that's just how he is. And I don't even think he can.
That's how Matt Damon is.
Can stop himself from doing
That's
it.
how Matt Damon
No, I think Matt Damon. Damon.
That's how he was until his daughter corrected him, Johnny.
So yeah, in the same vein though, it's like, he should have. I think Matt Damon should
Shut
have
up.
realized that a lot sooner. First of all, he should have realized this a lot sooner if he actually didn't realize this. And second of all, if you're in an interview, you are on record. Do not share this stupid ass story.
Don't bring it up, dog.
Yeah.
Because now he literally shot himself in the fucking
Talking
foot.
about
I
cancel
used to use
culture, he's gonna get
homophobic
canceled.
slurs a lot.
Yep. Talking about that shit. I forgot what the first
Canceling
instant was,
himself,
but
dude.
yeah, and he's trying to cancel himself. So, all right. So in other news, Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney now for the money that she did not make off of Black Widow.
Because they released it digitally.
Because they released it digitally, and her original deal had to do with ticket sales.
Percentage of
Yeah,
box
back
office,
end
yeah.
points. That's yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
which with it being a Marvel movie would have easily made like
50 mil. Like who the fuck knows?
50. I would have.
It would have made like
if
600.
if this was 2019.
No, I'm saying like now. That's what. She would
She
No.
would've made
But
50
But
mil.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's saying she lost about 50 mil, projected. Yeah.
Right. So with everything that it was supposed to make, yeah, she lost out big. But these are questions like, I think she should have requested to renegotiate this deal once. And they denied her
They
that?
said no. Well, that's why it got delayed. And then they were like, no, we'll delay it. And I feel like when I first read about this, that she had said, or her lawyer rather said that they reached out and they were given guarantees by Disney that it was not going to be released on streaming at all, and that it was going to be exclusive theater. And the most recent email they said that they had gotten from the Disney lawyers was that it was going to be a theater exclusive. And so when it split, it did have a great opening weekend in the theaters, 80 mil, I think it did. And then I think it did, 60 on the Disney
80 and 60
plus. And so, and she does get a revenue portion of Disney Plus. But the problem is that, as we've discussed multiple times on the show, once it's available on Disney Plus, like day of, that shit gets ripped.
Yep.
And so opening weekend was great. Numbers tanked after that. So I don't know what they're at right now worldwide, plus domestic, but I'm sure it's nothing near what it should be. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. Let's see, 853 million. That's actually not too bad.
Damn. I mean, that's now that's
No, wait.
good,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
That's really
I'm
fucking
sorry.
good.
That's 853,000 for this weekend.
100 million.
Say 800 million.
Let's see,
God damn, what are we even
167
arguing
domestic.
about?
That's almost a bill, dog.
No,
Worldwide,
as of
344. On Box Office Mojo.
yeah, the one I can only see is from July 15th.
Yeah, so
But is
wonder how much-
anything gonna come of this? Like, does she have
Yeah,
a case?
I think
Because I
she
can't
does.
imagine that Disney doesn't have public defenders out there. Like, their lawyers are not fucking around
agreed.
here.
I
Like,
think they have a
she-
case. They're
she
going to
has
settle
money.
out of court. It's not going to, finish with a judge's decision, I think. But I think she has a legal foot to set on, because in her contract, she was guaranteed theater exclusivity, and her revenue from Disney Plus streaming was supposed to be post a certain number of days from theater release, and they broke that deal. Now they're saying their case
I was
to
saying, Disney clap
their
back,
case
dude.
to the
Disney
court
clap
and to
back.
public opinion right now is COVID. COVID made it extenuating circumstances. And whether or not that type of shit is in her clause, I don't know. I haven't seen her actual contract, but those are the things that I think is gonna fuck her up. I mean, fuck Disney up. I mean, they had it, you know, and they fucked up.
Right.
I mean,
I think she has a. I think she has a
case,
went
just
up.
like Krasinski and
They
Emily
made their
Blunt
money.
with
Yep.
whatchamacallit. Like, I get it, but like, it's got to be tough to get around Disney lawyers and that bullshit, dude. Like, they're gonna come up with some
I think
gnarly
they'll
shit,
settle.
and they'll settle for a little something, but it's not gonna be 50.
I mean,
mil,
it's
right?
really tough to fight a contract, in my opinion. I think so. So if the contract states that she was owed a specific amount, and then yes, of course, it's like
No,
you
it's
know,
not that.
the
It's the
circumstances
contract
when it comes
states
to
that it was
COVID.
going to be a theater exclusive.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
what I'm saying.
because
Like,
of that,
okay. I get what
They're
you're saying.
projecting if it was a theater exclusive, it would have made so much money, and based on her percentage of that, she should have made this amount, whatever it was, 50 mil or whatever. So that's
Yeah.
what the contract states, is that it should have been a theater exclusive, and so they're trying to say because of COVID, it couldn't be a theater exclusive. And whether or not a judge is going to, you know, favor
Could've been.
that is right.
They held it back enough. They held it back
Right.
enough to
You're
where
right.
it could have been a theater exclusive.
But they also
So-
held it back enough that it's still, you know, they're going to use the Delta as the cases are rampant in the U.S.
I mean, which is what are the theater numbers like?
Has
now,
anybody
though?
watched
Like,
it here?
Are we?
Watch what?
Black Widow.
Yeah.
You guys all watched
Oh
it?
yeah.
All right. So I feel like, I don't know, it didn't really add anything to like what's
No,
going on
it
right
didn't.
now.
It
The
didn't.
Phase 4.
I
Like,
mean, it has. I mean, that's
all
besides
this
the
for
point,
an
though.
unnecessary movie. My bad. You know, it might be an unpopular opinion. I just feel like it wasn't really
But
needed.
no,
Like, you know,
I
like,
mean, but that's
you introduced a few characters. You could have did that in the shows.
we're not. I mean, but you're talking about from the standpoint of someone who watches the show. I'm trying to think of the standpoint of the person who is acting in this movie.
No, I get
and they
that.
are promised
I understand that
like
completely.
I understand, but I'm just saying like your stance on it wasn't really
I'm
that good of a
saying-
movie. That has nothing to do with,
It has
with
nothing-
that.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is all this over a movie that wasn't really even necessary to Phase 4.
yeah, no, I feel you.
You could have prolonged the release because I don't feel like it's adding to anything that they're starting unless, you know.
It really didn't. All it really did was
Yeah,
it's
that's the point I was trying to make, you know.
Elaine's character.
Motherfucker.
What's her face?
That's the
yeah.
only thing that it added.
It's really just setting
a
up.
post-credit scene.
What was it? The
Yeah,
Thunderbolts.
the Thunderbolts.
Right. You could have did that in Falcon and Winter
Thunderbolts.
Soldier. Boom. Bam. You could
Yeah, but you wouldn't have known the girl. That
have
that girl
introduced
wasn't
her. Last episode. Boom. Bam.
Boom
Like-
bam. Boom bam.
People like. People
And then
like,
they would have been. And then they would have
Black
been in
Widow.
another legal because they already had these contracts.
No, the movie wasn't bad though. I just
It
feel
wasn't
like
bad.
it wasn't necessary though. That's all.
No. Yeah, it had nothing to do with. Yeah, I get you. I get you on that. But at
prolonged
the
it.
end of the day, is like she was promised X amount of
Right.
dollars from
It's
this release.
somebody else
I don't
you
think
said
the
is suing
theaters
too,
are
right?
at. Emma Stone is
Emma
thinking
Stone,
about
Cruella,
it for
yeah.
Cruella. Yeah.
What you
For
were gonna
Cruella,
say?
yep.
I think Pixar is pretty mad. Too.
I don't think the theaters are at a place where they were obviously
They're
previous. Even
No.
though they are open, you can go to the theater. Like not that I have Sony's back, as you know, the contract, it says what the contract says, and I understand that. But like, I don't think the theaters are at a place where Sony could confidently release a movie only to the theaters and be like, this is gonna fucking bank. Like, it would have made money, sure, people would have went to see it, but it wouldn't have fucking, you know, like Endgame or Infinity War or some shit. Like, we are
Those
not there. And we
numbers
will
are
not.
not
We
there.
will not be there for at least a couple years. I would
Yeah.
think, dude. And with this Delta shit, like, who knows
Yeah.
if that gets pushed back? Like, I could understand where Sony's
Disney.
coming from, hesitant to release it to the theater. I'm sorry, yes, Disney. I keep saying Sony. I think I said Sony 5 times. But yes, Disney. Like,
Yeah.
being, they're all about the money. They don't give a fuck about the script or if it adds anything to the MC. Like,
Right.
they are about that fucking bread at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Right.
And they didn't see the bread there, and they made the money
Yeah.
decision, dude.
I-
and like,
yeah.
I can't fault them for that.
And
No,
they
I
made
can't-
mad
I can't
money.
either.
Game at the
Like,
end of the day.
streaming numbers went up. This is the only movie
See,
that
but-
they've released how many people watched too, and how much money they made off of the movie. And so that caused the stock price to go up. And when the stock price went up, that's where the real money was made.
That's where the bread, yeah.
But see, and this was, if they would have approached her with this prior to, because they know what the contract was, right? And with renegotiations and whatnot,
happened, yeah.
they could have avoided it.
Yeah,
they could have avoided it by saying, hey, all right, so this was what we projected, and this is what is in your contract that we projected that you would make off of this.
Meet in the middle.
Let's give you this and avoid
That's
all
what's
of this.
happened to a
so
couple
at some
of
point,
movies. Like
that's
those
what I'm
Warner
saying. And
Brother
at some
movies,
point,
right?
there must have been
smart.
It must have at some point. I'm assuming, obviously, that a conversation went back and forth between them, and Disney was like, "No, I don't. We don't.
You're probably right.
We don't think that's that's a good. That those figures are right." And then she's like, "Bet,
All right, you'll
cool.
hear from my
All right,
lawyers."
so you'll hear from my lawyers.
No, 'cause
exactly.
that's what happened with
Because
HBO Max shit, right? HBO Max didn't say anything at first, or Warner Brothers, whatever, and then they fucking dropped the fucking news that every movie was coming out on HBO Max, and then they all sued, and so they had to, settle with all these people and give them bread in exchange for their movies coming out on HBO Max the same day, like Suicide Squad coming out in a couple of days, right?
in a couple of days, yeah.
Friday.
Like,
So by the time this
it'll be
airs,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Ooh.
Be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn,
Yeah.
now I'm hyped.
I can't wait for
God,
that,
that's
dude.
coming out
I'm so
soon.
hyped, dude. I'm so hyped for that.
gonna be
Can't wait for that.
sick.
And all the reviews are
fired,
great.
dude.
I love
100%,
James
right?
Gunn. He
Yeah,
Yeah,
does
James
it
Gunn.
wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Still 100%
What?
on Rotten Tomatoes. Let me check.
94, I thought it was something high. It was in the
Nothing.
90s at least,
It didn't
I
drop
thought.
drastically. I'll tell you that.
Word.
What's it at? Give it a little check ski.
It's the Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah, the Suicide Squad. Yep.
Chexiation 97.
97%.
Okay.
That's solid.
That's very solid, dude.
That's solid.
Not
I'm
surprised. It's
excited
James
for it.
Gunn.
No,
man.
I'm
not
not either.
surprised at all.
I figured. Capable hands.
I didn't put this in the notes, but he came out recently and
100
said
too.
that he would love to do. Yeah, he James Gunn came out and said that he would love to do a Drax movie, rated R.
A
rated R
Drax.
Drax
Wasn't David
movie. He
Bautista
would love to do
complaining
that.
that they didn't take enough.
When's he not complaining?
They didn't give enough to the Drax character, and there could have been so much there. I would watch that shit.
Hell
I'd watch
yeah.
it.
Watch
Yeah,
it.
rated R Drax
rated
movie.
R
Yeah, I'd
Drax,
watch
hell
it.
yeah.
Watch it on the Plex.
He's entertaining enough, and I would love to see how he carries himself by himself in a movie. Rated R, nonetheless. Like, I would love.
He did good enough
That's
in
one
Army of
thing
the Dead
that
I'll take
I
it.
am. Oh yeah. No, I mean, when it comes to Dave Bautista, whatever. I've seen some good movies. I've seen some bad movies, but
Well,
with the
James
Drax
Gunn
character,
leading,
he's done so well.
Right.
Yeah, he plays Drax so well, and he's fucking funny, and I can't imagine Dave Bautista naturally just being funny, right? So this is like,
I mean, WWE, I don't remember him ever being funny.
no, and that's my point. Is like he can bring out a lot, from certain actors, and I just believe in him so much that I think that movie would be.
It was slap.
Yeah, it would be fire. It would be a fire ass movie.
Anything James Gunn does to me is just gonna
Yeah.
slap. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
He's pretty dope.
I'm 100,
Is this a James Gunn?
1,000% agree with that.
I think this is a
I
James
think that
Gunn.
we all fuck with James Gunn. Yeah,
This is a James Gunn pod.
I need the James Gunn
There you
Funko.
go.
I have J.J. Abrams, Guillermo del Toro. I fuck with Kevin Smith. I fuck with.
You don't got no Taika or
I
Johnny
mean,
Sins?
yeah, the
Like,
Taika, the Taika one. I've looked it up. That was
they're
a,
expensive, son. Those good directors, they get
the
pricey.
no. The Taika one was an exclusive Funko Pop from a specific Comic Con, so it's running like $100.
For your birthday,
It's more than $100
For your birthday, I got you.
for the Taika one. So I'm just like,
We
I'm gonna
love you,
hold back on
Taika,
that one. I'm gonna hold
but
back on that one a little
day,
bit,
one
just
day.
a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely a Taika pod. And speaking of being a Taika pod, my man Taika
What's Taika?
was attached to a Flash Gordon animated movie, which is now confirmed to be a live action
Live action
So-
Flash
For-
Gordon.
Flash.
I'm not even a huge.
live
I don't
action
even
Flash
really.
Gordon.
The only Flash Gordon I know is from the Ted movies. Honestly,
For
like
real.
I never
Same.
watched Flash Gordon. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know the premise
because
of it.
it was an 80s.
It's a kitschy type
Very.
of thing for me
Yeah.
right now, but I would fuck with it because I mean it's Taika, dude. So obviously I'm gonna fuck with it.
Oh,
but like
yeah.
I'm there for it. I don't know a lot about the character or the dude.
They're gonna have
or,
the same
like
It
I
says
said, all my
here,
knowledge comes from Ted.
it says here that Flash Gordon was created in 1934, and it was originally a comic strip intended to compete with another popular science fiction comic, Buck Rogers.
Buck
So
Rogers.
it was supposed to compete with
Rogers of
Buck
the
Rogers,
21st
and then it'd be exactly, and then in the 80s they came out with what we saw in
Flash.
Ted. Flash. Oh.
And there's all the cocaine. Yeah, good time.
Which to the people that grew up in that age, like that
love
shit
it.
was
I mean,
probably
there
they
probably
loved that
was a
shit,
lot of
and it
cocaine
probably
back
was
then, yeah,
Taika.
like-
Taika was probably watching
Oh.
that shit like, oh my god, this
In
is
New
great.
Zealand, like 5 years after it originally
Right.
aired, absolutely he was watching it.
Right.
Damn.
So now he's
So true.
he's at the helm of making a live action version of that, and
So does Thor play him?
huh?
Does Thor play Flash Gordon?
Probably. Who
Probably,
knows?
right?
I mean,
Oh, that's good. I like
lot-
that.
Saying
Chris
they have that
Hemsworth.
relationship
Yeah.
established.
Okay.
So
a lot of these directors love certain people that they work with, and yeah,
And
that's
he
not a
loves-
bad.
He loves him, yeah.
Yeah,
After
Chris
he finishes
Hemsworth.
that Hogan movie, he jumps on the Flash Gordon, yeah.
Oh yeah, he probably hold off. For
And he'll
for
still
that
be
to finish.
ripped,
directing
dude. He'll
that
still
Hulk
be.
yeah,
movie.
he's a trainer
it'd be
for Hogan.
giant. We'll find out.
I don't even care about a Hulk
What
Hogan
was it
movie.
called?
Just,
I-
you're better
I'm
off
interested,
Googling
dude.
Chris Hemsworth, dude, than Hulk.
That's true. Yeah.
Just go there.
I noticed that instantly when
like,
I got
this is a
all
bad
Incredible
idea.
Hulk stuff. All right, so he is Untitled Hulk Hogan biopic.
Mm-hmm.
It just says announced.
It's
it
called
doesn't
Brother.
even say
Click on it. Click
anything.
on it, see if it.
It doesn't say literally
Todd
nothing.
Phillips.
Directed
Todd
by
Phillips.
Todd Phillips.
That's
Yep.
a Todd Phillips
shit.
fucking movie, dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit, is
We
right.
talked
How did I
about
not-
that a
I
while
know.
ago.
How did we forget about that?
Yeah.
Shit.
We talked about that.
Todd Phillips. Damn.
And look, he's working on Extraction 2.
You're damn right he is.
That's your shit.
Straight to Dave's
Yo, he's
plex.
gonna be more Diesel than Hulk Hogan was.
yeah,
Bruh.
for sure.
Have you seen the
He's gonna
26
make
inch
fucking
pipe.
Hulk Hogan
Have you
look
seen-
fucking small?
Like a bitch.
Have you seen him filming Thor: Love and Thunder? Like all of the pictures of him, like he is brolic as
Big, it's a
fuck.
big boy. Yeah.
I think he does have like 28
getting ready
inch,
for that
30
Hulk
inch
shit.
biceps now. Those shits are giant. Good God.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you remember
There's
him in
there's new
Vacation? Do you
steroids
remember-
out here that Hulk Hogan was not aware of back in
Right.
the days.
do you remember Chris Hemsworth in Vacation? That role that he played, he was like I don't even remember. He just had like a massive dong in this movie, and
No.
and what's his face was Andy Bernard. Why can't I think of his name? Fucking
Oh.
from The Office.
You said what was the name of the movie?
It was Vacation. It was
Vacation?
the
Yeah, I've
Vacation.
never seen that.
I know what you're talking about.
The remake
Yeah.
of Vacation with
National Lampoon.
Never heard of this.
National Lampoon. Yeah, National Lampoon's Vacation.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, it was really fun. I mean, it wasn't as funny as the original
Helms.
Vacation movie with Chevy Chase and shit, but Ed Helms, thank you.
At home.
That was
oh,
eluding
okay,
me.
okay, yeah.
And Chris Hemsworth, he's just like a small
Damn.
part
Oh,
in that movie,
2015.
but like,
Damn, that's wildly
he
why.
was fucking. He just had this that was like the running joke in the
Kind of
movie
a
was
kid's
like this
movie.
massive dong that Chris Hemsworth had.
Yeah.
It was really really funny.
It was
What'd you
kind
say,
of a
John?
kid's movie.
Fucking Ed Helms.
That was a very adult movie.
was
There
like
was
a-
adult themes and
I feel like it was
They named the dong.
not a kids
haven't even seen
movie.
the dog,
I shouldn't say a
Mjolnir?
kids movie, like a raunchy teen movie.
Yes, it was like a late night comedy.
As a matter of fact,
Absolutely.
I think I may have seen it, and I just
Christina
don't
Applegate,
remember any
she
of
was
it.
the wife. It was like the.
I don't remember none of this
He
shit.
was.
I remember that, actually.
Griswold.
Yeah,
he
actually,
was
I do remember
the like Rusty Griswold, all grown up.
Yeah. And that's now I remember that, but I don't remember the premise of the fucking movie at all.
I mean, it's them going on vacation.
First of all, I
across
can't
the
stand
country.
Ed Helms.
What?
I
Really?
can't
Why not?
stand-
Really? Why not?
Certain movies like
That sounded vicious. That was an attack on Ed Helms.
I agree.
bro.
Damn.
I'm
what
not
really
a
grinds your
fan.
gears, bro?
I'm not a fan of Ed Helms.
Tuna.
No, that's okay. It's not everyone's
Locations.
big
I'm sorry,
fan.
man.
No, Andy Bernard was kind of a dick. Like you can't go based on Andy Bernard, but like Ed Helms
He was a
himself.
dick, but he played the character.
office
No,
and
I mean
shit.
I'm not the person.
He's always Stu from Hangover. From,
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Yeah.
And Stu was
See,
kind
like
of a
Stu.
bitch, like non-threatening. Like there's no need to hate Ed Helms, dude.
I just feel not him personally, obviously.
I know.
I'm just saying, like the movies that he makes are.
Yeah,
It's kind of like you know what you're getting into
yeah,
when you
for sure.
when you watch a Jim Carrey movie.
Yeah, no, I
You
do
know
not
what I mean?
look
And
forward
it's
to an
not-
Ed Helms
right.
helming a
You're
movie.
not
No.
going opening
Yeah.
night.
Ed Helms is starring this.
I agree. I don't look forward to that.
Yeah, Ed Helms is starring in this movie.
What's that new Ed Helms joint coming out? Oh shit!
Midnight
Nah.
viewing, dog.
This is
I never
Thursday
even
night.
fucked with that.
I can't wait.
this
That
is
new
probably
Ed Helms.
this is probably a stretch for me, right? But it's like a new Ed Helms movie. What does Pete Davidson have going on? Right now?
Wait.
Damn, dog.
I'm just fucking with you.
A new Ed Helms movie, or what's on the CW tonight?
Oh no, we watching Ed Helms.
yeah.
We watching Ed Helms. This is
Ed
like,
Helms is down the
let's watch
Flash.
Vacation, bro.
What if that next Ed Helms movie dropped on Quibi? They brought Quibi back just for an Ed Helms movie for you, dog.
Are we putting it against CW?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, then fucking we're watching Quibi, bro.
we're watching Quibi. So, yeah, fuck the CW. That's how sad that shit is.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Brought that point home. Let's move on.
CW is horrible. If you enjoy CW, there's so many people that are defending CW and they just don't know what the fuck is going on.
Unfollow us.
Catch me in the
I don't
comments.
even care. We got a bunch of Instagram subscribers. If you fuck with the CW, just
Oh,
hit that
man.
unlike button. Just unsubscribe.
All right,
Get
so
outta
let's get through a couple real
Our shit
quick.
drops. I'm gonna be so pissed. I don't want anything.
Let's get through a couple real quick. So remember we were talking about Batgirl had been cast.
Yes.
And we were speculating, like thinking like, oh, well, she's a minority. She might be part of this Matt Reeves Batman and all that stuff. And there was all this speculation, which would have been great. However, I guess J.K. Simmons is in talk to return as Commissioner Gordon in this movie. So I don't understand.
Adopted.
Little chocolate loving.
No.
Commissioner
That's not
Gordon.
my point.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, but
okay.
her-
He's reprising his role as Commissioner Gordon. Where did which movie did he?
Justice League.
Justice
He was-
League,
yeah.
right? So are
He's
we
part of Affleck.
done with the Snyderverse,
Or
or
not.
are we not done with the fucking Snyderverse?
Is we
just
done or
not
is
the
we finished
Snyderverse,
with the
I guess.
Snyderverse?
It's not the Snyderverse. So, but this
because the
to me, it's
Flashpoint
it's
movie
It's a
is
cop out.
Snyderverse, but
Not,
it's
but
not
is.
Snyderverse, right?
With no Henry Cavill, right? Like
Yeah,
there was
no Henry Cavill.
I saw that today. That I don't know if that was.
they're
in there.
picking and choosing what they are doing with the Snyderverse.
Yeah, it's
It's like either
horse shit.
end it and make
I mean,
room for
it's
like. So
technically
that was my thought
DCEU,
last time.
right? Isn't that what it's really
Mm-hmm.
called, the DC Extended
Mhm.
Universe? And so I guess
I
they're
guess.
all part of that.
They put that E in there, and that saves their ass, Johnny. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying that it,
No, I'm just
it
kidding.
doesn't need to be part of Snyder's vision to be in the DCEU. Because they're done with Snyder's vision, it sounds like. But they can still keep... I mean, you think they're done making Wonder Womans? I think that... No, they're going to make another one.
No, absolutely. That's a
there's-
moneymaker. That's a
They're gonna
money.
make another Aquaman.
Well,
Yeah,
did
they're
they
already-
say that
yeah, they are
Aquaman was
making
canceled, or
Aquaman
did they
2.
say that that's coming?
No, Aquaman 2 is
Yeah,
moving
so
forward because
I think Flashpoint changes everything though. to
Yeah,
be honest.
no,
Sorry, I didn't mean to
you're
cut you
right,
off
though.
either, Johnny.
I think so.
It is because it's going to be multiverse.
I think it's a multiverse. Pretty much, I think what Marvel's doing right now, where they're expanding the multiverse. They're going to pick and choose from all these properties and studios who they want, and then they're going to bring it back into one sacred timeline. I feel like
a sacred timeline. He dropped.
I feel like DC is going to do something similar. So
of course they are, because they're
that makes
bitch like
sense.
that.
Yeah.
And that's what
That's
they
all
do.
they're doing is they're
suck
trying to
Marvel's
figure
dick.
out.
How many times I got to get pissed about this shit every week?
hey, we'll get that Batman Beyond that you have a boner for. So
I have, I'm dying for that.
Yo,
But
give it to him.
my hope with this Batgirl movie, I thought that this was gonna be like part of the Matt Reeves Batman,
Right.
just like creating something new.
Jeffrey Wright's
like this,
daughter,
like
right?
we've already, year 2. So it's like I thought that maybe it would all like play together in that, but it looks like they're already banking more on what they already have rather than what's to come.
I think I like it though. I feel like just let Matt Reeves do his thing, and then just fuck off everything else over here. You know what I'm saying?
But this is the confusing part, is right. This movie,
Reeves verse.
I understand,
It's just like the
but
Joker.
now it's
just like
getting
the
to that
Todd
point.
Phillips Joker movies, right? Like they're not part
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Matt Reeves or DCEU. They're just a whole nother fucking
Right.
universe. The Jokerverse.
Yeah,
That'd be a good swerve though, if like Joaquin Phoenix Joker shows up as the Joker in the Matt Reeves thing. That'd be a good
I don't
swerve.
even know if I would be happy about that.
Isn't that
But
the
I'm
right
just saying,
timeline?
like, it's not. I don't. Yeah, it's not the right timeline. But still, my whole point on it is like, it's really is starting to get confusing, mainly because they're all attached to HBO Max.
Right.
Like everything is attached. So with the Matt Reeves Batman coming out, right? We have a Gotham City PD TV show coming out that's an HBO Max exclusive. All right. So now we're getting so now we have Flashpoint coming. But now this Batgirl movie is coming out that's also an HBO Max movie. So, but this doesn't have to do with this other Batman and this other TV series that we have going on.
This is why
Right?
DC
It has to do
sucks.
possibly with it's just like
It's just DC.
Warner
dog.
Brothers.
It's just like,
man.
bro,
The
like-
studio is fucking.
what the fuck are you doing?
Bunch of dipshits.
So whatever. So I thought that was interesting because I was all hyped up, like, oh, maybe they're trying to develop something that's
You gave them too much credit.
coherent and like we can
did.
follow,
Gave 'em
and
too
now
much credit.
they're gave them too much credit. All right. So that's on me, man. I gave him too much credit.
That happens.
We just today, breaking news, found our Blue Beetle. Remember a while back we were talking about how Blue Beetle in the comics is a Hispanic superhero character, and it had the Hispanic director, and we finally got the actual actor that is cast as Blue Beetle, and it is and I'm gonna butcher his name. Xolo Maridueña is his name. He is the Hispanic kid from Cobra Kai.
Oh.
He's the star of Cobra Kai. So I think that's a dope ass casting.
I don't know the dude. I never watched Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. I've seen Cobra Kai. It's a good show. Obviously, it has to do with the Karate Kid world, but it has to do with their kids, and and he is a Hispanic kid who is taken under the wing of what's his name? Zapka.
Billy Zapka.
Billy Zapka. He's taken under his wing because he's the bad guy. He's trying to redeem himself, and so
I always wanted
this
to
kid
watch.
is in that.
I never have.
It's actually a pretty good show. I mean,
hear
don't think
good
it's better than CW,
Of course, I mean,
but it's
knew
no
that.
Nolan film.
No, of course.
But
It's not
no,
the Dark
no.
Knight, but it's not the CW. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll figure this thing out.
So as long
We'll
as
figure this
as
thing
long
out.
as
Okay.
you know that it's somewhere in
Okay.
between there, you should be
I
okay.
can fuck with that's my happy zone right there. Yep. Thank you, sir.
No, but it's a pretty cool show. It has to do with kids, so it's but he is one of the kids in the Cobra Kai dojo, and so I think he has what it takes. He's
Does he
pretty
have
good
like an accent?
actor.
Does he sound Hispanic? Is there
No,
because he doesn't look very Hispanic. Like just looking at that picture, he's
he's
looks
definitely
like a white
Mexican. Like you can tell he's Hispanic, but he
Okay.
doesn't have like a thick accent or anything.
Dude. Right now.
Cool.
So, I think it's a
fuck
good
with it.
casting. He's young. He's like super young, and I think it's gonna
Hungry.
be
Sounds hungry.
gonna be a dope movie. I have no idea what the fuck this character is about.
Same.
So-
I played with him once in like a Mortal Kombat DC
Yeah,
game.
that was-
See,
that's
look at
all I
that,
know
and
about
that's
him.
He was
pretty
in
much
he was
it.
in like the Mortal Kombat versus DC game.
Yeah, I think.
Huh?
And that's
I think Injustice game. I think that's.
Hey,
what
you
I
just-
played,
Nice,
Injustice
Injustice.
game.
you just put me on to a little bit of the of his backstory right there.
There we go.
That's the most I know of him. Though.
That's the most I know right now too. It's
Definitely no more
Injustice.
Marvel than DC. So.
I'll give that a shot. He's a pretty good actor from what I've seen. I'm excited about it. And our guy Brendan Fraser, man, he's been
Fraser.
added to Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh.
So he
That's
will
that
be
Apple
starring
movie, right?
alongside. Yeah, he would be starring alongside Leo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro.
That's the movie where
I can see him being a
Leonardo
creepy hitman
DiCaprio,
or something. I'm assuming it's a.
where he didn't
crime
look
movie.
like Leonardo DiCaprio. Remember they made that whole stink like he's unrecognizable and
Yeah,
he
he
looks
looks
like
exactly-
fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, I remember that one.
That was so fucking
That
stupid.
was,
People are.
is this
people
the
are
I Heard You
Look at
Paint
this.
Fences story? Or was
I think so. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or if that's the one that Martin Scorsese did for Netflix.
Oh no! You're talking about
That was
the Irishman.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the Irishman.
Yeah,
Where he
yeah.
said, "I heard you paint fences,
Paint houses.
Yeah.
paint houses." There you go. Because that means you paint houses with people's blood.
You just blow their shit out all over the
Yep.
wall, and that's the paint. I was just gonna watch. I wanted to rewatch the Irishman. I watched it one time when
It's
it dropped.
so fucking
it's so long,
long.
right? That's why I haven't watched it, but I
like a
do want to go
miniseries.
back and rewatch it. Yeah, I might
It
watch
is.
it in chunks, honestly.
It's it's so fucking long. I probably would rewatch it and like go through all of that if it were
A little
cut
bit
into
shorter. Like Goodfellas length,
two
even.
movies.
Like even if it were just a little bit shorter.
Yeah, I mean, but Goodfellas is lengthy, but you don't
Doesn't
get
feel
through it.
lengthy. When
You
you're
don't get
watching
through it,
Goodfellas,
and you're
it's
like,
damn,
damn, this movie has been going on for a
No.
long fucking time.
not at all.
It was like it really did feel like my first time watching Lord of the Rings, and I didn't know what I was getting into.
Ooh, that one's tough.
That was a rough
That's-
one. That was tough.
That's
The
tough
first,
if you
I
have
did
no
not
idea
watch
that
the
it's
two
about to be that
sequels.
long.
I did not watch. I waited. I remember I waited until it came out on DVD. Right, my dad got it, and then I saw it, and I had no idea what the fuck it was. I knew there was gonna be some sequels and whatnot, but I had no idea. We get this whole fucking movie. They're trying to throw this. They're talking about throwing the ring into the volcano, and I remember it being so fucking long. And then they get to the top of a mountain. They're like, "Well, there's the volcano," and then they start walking, and then the shit fades out and some credits.
And
I
you're
was
like, yo.
livid. I was pissed. Like, what the? I didn't watch the sequels. It wasn't
He
until
was so heated. He's like,
it wasn't
It
until
wasn't two
like the trilogy
DVDs?
came out.
It feels like
No,
it would have
like
been
a
I don't think
HD.
so.
They were HD DVDs when that
okay.
shit came out. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. You remember those
Yeah.
HD DVDs and Blu-rays beefing?
Yeah, that's when it
I
was.
feel like that was a better name
what
than
was
Blu-ray.
it? It was the Betamax fight.
Yeah.
They should have just
sure.
bought the name.
It was the
Blu-ray's
Betamax
confusing.
fight. This guy. We almost out of here. This
Good
guy's
looks,
over
good
here
looks.
grabbing
He's
multiples.
Fresh beer.
Yeah, hell yeah. But no, it's I just remember being so fucking pissed off about it. So we're getting a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, guys.
Yeah.
I remember a while-
Isn't it
What, live
Colin
action?
Jost and someone else?
Colin and Casey Jost.
Colin and Casey Jost. That would be Mr. Black Widow.
Mr. Black Widow.
Is that
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, her husband is Colin
Yeah.
Jost, right?
What?
Dude's clapping those cheeks all the time. We're bitches.
Damn.
I'm trying to think of. I mean, he got the writing, but I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to look at.
Understand? Is this a live action movie?
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's gonna be a live action movie. The only thing he has under his belt, for Colin Jost, the only thing he has under his belt as far as writing is Saturday Night Live
Makes sense.
sketches.
And a couple old TV series sketches. Yeah, nothing worth mentioning.
I hope they do the last Ronin with the 89.
They are not doing that. I can promise you that.
I know they're not.
I promise you that.
Well, I remember.
I would
not that it's a direct comparison, but Seth Meyers, him and his brother had a animated show on Hulu when Hulu first started doing originals, and it was actually pretty funny. I enjoyed it, and it was about superheroes. So
Seth Meyers.
Yeah, it's possible that, and he didn't have anything other than SNL, I believe, at that time. So it's possible Colin Jost with nothing but SNL creds could pull something out.
Right. He gets tired of banging. And I was like, I gotta bang out a Ninja Turtles script real quick.
I'm looking at I'm assuming they're brothers, Colin and Casey Jost.
Right.
And Casey Jost doesn't have anything under his belt either, really.
No, but here,
Characters Welcome.
They're like, fuck
I don't know what that is.
Doing Ninja Turtles.
He wrote for Jimmy Fallon for a little while. In 2010. So I don't know. I mean, I do
don't
like
have high hopes, but
no,
I don't have high hopes. It's only like the only reason why I care is because I am a Ninja Turtles fan. I love watching the Ninja Turtles. The latest movies,
horrible.
I probably I saw the first one once. Second one didn't even bother.
Best thing was Bebop and Rocksteady. That was the best.
That they actually had Bebop and Rocksteady.
They were done well too, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That they actually had Bebop and Rocksteady.
Right.
Because I hate.
I know. We talked about it last night. He's saying he hates Secret of the Ooze. He actually enjoyed the first one.
Ninja rap.
I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the first one. So
to me, and I guess we could revisit this. Like my whole thing on the Batman, like Batman, and me liking the sequels more. I think I actually
you like the 90s.
I figured out why that is, right? And it's the original Ninja Turtles and Batman have a very 80s feel to it.
Okay.
As far as the filming and everything, they have a very 80s feel to it. This is just what I come across, right? Thinking about it. And the other two are, these guys love slamming the fucking doors when we.
Well, sorry,
when
that's
we're
usually
talking.
what people do when they close doors.
No, you close it softly when people are recording. So, but like these movies have a very 80s feel, the originals. The sequels have more of a 90s feel to it. And I think I just gravitate to more of that 90s style. When it comes to the Batman, feels very, very 80s. Very 80s to me. And even enjoying it back in the day, still, I remember watching it and thinking like, oh, like there's something about this. It's just like, I like this movie, but I like this one much better. Same with Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles was super dark, like the first one, and it was good. Like I enjoyed the movie, I loved it, but the '90s version was like a little bit more playful, and I think I just enjoyed that playfulness to it.
Fair enough.
Rather than that serious tone that came before it. So I think that's why I find myself liking that other, like
sense,
the sequels.
But
that first Ninja Turtles though, fire.
Now as an adult, I like it much better. The original, I appreciate the original.
Oh, because you're appreciating.
As an adult, I appreciate it more because I know that the original movie has to do more with the comic, like the original
I
comics,
didn't realize that at
and
all.
it plays closer to that storyline. Yeah. The original Ninja Turtles comic was dark.
Yeah.
It was dark, and it literally played it like to a T.
I think because didn't they start the animated show after that first movie? Because I think that first movie's 89, maybe 90 or something like that. And I think the animated series was early 90s, and that's when it got more lighthearted and playful.
1990 was the original Ninja
The
Turtles.
movie or the show?
The movie.
When did the show start?
So
I feel like the cartoon was way before that. 86, 87.
Is it? Oh.
I mean, it's that the Toys That Made Us there. If you ever watched that on Netflix, they did a Ninja Turtles
87.
one, and I could have swore that the OG Ninja Turtles.
87?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
87.
Wow, damn.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm surprised they did a dark movie.
They were like,
after
we need
having
this.
that show.
That's what
being
I
established
remember
already.
there being a bunch of like issues about is how dark
Right. That's
the
why the
movie,
second one was not that dark, right?
How dark the movie was compared to this animated show that kids were already watching and, buying, toys for and stuff.
The toys.
And then they come out with this movie and
Yeah.
it's like, what? This was a little more adultish.
It was just like the comic, though.
Apparently,
The-
yeah. That was actually the
original
first
that came
time
out,
that
yeah,
I
like that.
learned that there was a comic was because someone said that same exact
Yeah, I didn't
thing to
know it
me.
was based on a comic.
Oh,
either.
that's because it's just like the comic. And I was like, what? There's a comic for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I need that in my life.
I need the,
Little
I did the same.
9,
like
10-year-old.
2 years ago.
Bro, so I just
10-year-old
find something
Johnny.
out. I just found something out that's kind of blowing my mind. We talk about one of the biggest things that took me out of these newer movies, and I know it's just because I was raised in this, back in the heyday of these great fucking Ninja Turtle movies. What's the voice of Splinter?
Uncle Phil.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
could.
no, my bad.
No, that was in the cartoon. That was in the
Shredder.
I was
cartoon.
going to say,
That was
that was
Shredder
in
as
the
well.
cartoon.
Yeah, that was Shredder. But Splinter, I made another funny. Yeah. So that was the voice I remember. So when I heard what's his real name? The guy who plays Monk.
Tony
Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah. So when I heard him, it like threw me off.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was
Couldn't.
weird.
So I didn't know who actually voiced. I just saw the credits, and I didn't know who actually
original.
voiced the original Splinter. Yeah.
Tell me it was Tony Shalhoub.
No.
Mr. Miyagi.
Nope. It was Kevin Clash. So you wouldn't know that name other than he is the guy who voices Elmo, who got in trouble.
The black dude.
The black dude, yeah,
Yeah.
that voices Elmo that
Yeah,
got in
in
trouble
trouble
for
for
some
little kid.
some
wild
kid
shit.
shit, yeah.
Some kid shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
Damn.
but apparently that all got thrown out. I think he voiced Elmo a little bit after that too. But he was the voice of Master Splinter. And
But we still remember him as the dude with the
Yeah.
kid shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not good. That's not a good thing.
Whenever you're accused of something,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
fucked.
people.
You're done,
Yeah,
dude.
it's rough. It's rough to let it go.
It is.
It's rough to let that shit go. Yeah, like Michael Jackson. Like we will never know the truth of that, but there's gonna be those two halves of people, right? It's just like, yo, Michael Jackson is a legend. Like whatever, like everything he's done, he's the man. And then there's gonna be that other half of people that is just gonna be like, oh, he's a fucking pedophile. So
I
it
don't
doesn't
think
matter.
anyone's
It doesn't
saying
matter.
that Elmo's a legend, though.
No, I mean, no. Yeah. I'm
No,
just
I
saying.
got you, I
I'm
got
just saying
you, I
that
got
once you have that thought of
That
somebody,
seed is
It's
planted.
gone.
it's really tough to get off of that. Even you can literally give step by step, like you can have your significant other tracking you, and you were nowhere near
Circle
that, and they
back.
recorded that
Nice
on a
callback.
jealous rage. They recorded that, and guess what? None of that shit fucking matters because that person in their head is lying, and you are now a pedophile for the rest of your fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes,
All
dude.
right.
I mean, you can't fuck around like
You
that,
can't,
dude.
no.
Like, that's
I
what
mean,
you
don't
get.
put yourself in any situation
Right.
that would
don't
even be.
make it close.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get to that. No, hell no.
Hear that,
Fuck all
Drake
that.
Bell?
Yeah, fuck Drake Bell. Drake Bell was definitely fucking around
he
with.
deserved it.
Yeah, no, he was definitely fucking around, and it doesn't matter because that was proven that this girl is, coming out saying, "Hey, he was actually fucking around with me. I have all of this proof." And yeah, that deserves 200 hours of community service. So.
Hours. Yeah. Joke.
Yeah. So anyway, on that note, guys, I think it's the end of the episode right now. So thank you so much for tuning in.
I ain't slurred
For this episode. He didn't slur because he avoided talking
sober as a judge.
the entire episode. And
I ain't slur.
Sober as a
I
judge.
ain't slur. But guys, thank you for making it all the way to the end of the episode. We always appreciate you. Remember to rate, review, subscribe on YouTube. Have your friends and family rate, review, subscribe on YouTube. If they prefer the audio,
grandmas,
have them do it on Apple, wherever they prefer their podcast. And don't forget, if you like all the nerdy shit that we talk about, why don't you check out DFAT Entertainment? DFAT, wherever you get your podcast, because we have a lot of people on the team that really gets in depth with a lot of the nerdy shit that we just kind of skim through.
It's too nerdy for us. That's saying a lot.
But guys, again, thank you for making it this far. We love you. Peace.